Shalom.
Shalom.
First thing and foremost, we want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Rakakadash.
I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone and Woodwell. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Knows in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, wherever it may be. The brothers here, the GMS Kansas City camp, coming to you week in and week out, prophesy the end of this wicked satanic kingdom, which is called Babylon the Great, and to wake up the 12 tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, here to declare the end and to compel you to repent, for the Heavenly Father is ready to bring judgment on this wicked-ass planet, man. As out there in the Galilean River, waters was turning to red out there in the land of Israel, man, and we know according to the Bible, the Lord is going to send plagues back on the earth in these days to warn of impending danger and doom. So with that being said, what manner of men that we ought to be that have this truth to come out here to warn you and to keep you in a spirit of remembrance, man. Because see, the world, they don't pay attention to what's happening around the earth, man. Yeah, you know, they may get tenets of news and snippets here and there, and they may have some type of peripheral as to what's going on, but these people, they're not really concerned because there's no impending urgency because the people are too locked in Babylon. So there's going to come a time that the Lord is going to start shaking the foundations of you people's lives, man, as we are now under economic doom, because they said 300,000 black women were laid off in the course of 3 months, and they only added 72,000 jobs to the job sector maybe like 2 months ago, if that, which is total bad, okay? Because you may think that the unemployment is low because they got what they call underemployment, which means you're not getting paid a livable wage, but there's a lot of people that's underemployed that they're still considered employed, but the numbers are lying, man, because we're in an economic crisis, man. You know, so when shit hits the fan and people start losing more jobs, more money, famine sets in, people are gonna start to really realize that there's a problem, and they're gonna start to want answers, man. And they're gonna start hunting you politicians down, you lawyers, you judges, man. Hell, they're gonna turn on each other because this is a dog-eat-dog world, man. You know? So where did that precept go ahead?
This is Romans 13 and 11. It says, in that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Yep.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
It says, wake up out of sleep, man, because our salvation is nearer than we believe. So us in the right mindset, we're focusing on what's at hand because we see the prophecies, man. As the scriptures say, a wise man foreseeth evil afar off and hideth himself. All right, and this is why we come out week in and week out to do the work, man, whether people hear or forbear, because, hey, we want to be the saved from this common destruction. Okay, but you got Israelites out there that likes to make gimmick. They make light of the truth. They want to go on Adam 22 and be with Whack 100, you know, and just a bunch of clout chasing niggas in this thing. That ain't the spirit to be in, man.
Right.
It's not a good look.
Yeah.
All right?
You gotta look at the context.
Yeah, the context, like, and then Whack, it's like they was trying to justify this dude, but they was making fun of him at the same time. Like, nigga, you caught.
It was clowning.
Yeah, he was clowning him, man. You know, but regardless of that, that's not the spirit to be in, man. Okay, because if you in that 2/3 world, 9 times out of 10, that's where the Lord gonna lead you. You a 2/3. Okay, birds of a feather flock together. You know.
It says, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. It says, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light.
Yeah, and what's some of the works of darkness? Going on podcasts, talking about getting pegged. All right, put them G's up. You know what I'm saying? Fucking committing adultery, murder, stealing, you know, not being locked into the spirit. Those are ways of darkness, man. Trying to make it in this world, trying to figure out how you're going to survive in this world, when technically the grip of this world is getting weaker and weaker, man. Because I was just speaking to the brothers before we started up the camp that, hey, man, you know, things are getting expensive. Rent is going up. Everything is just getting ready to get hard for all of us, man.
Yeah.
So we got to really lock in. Right.
It says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying.
Yeah, that's that turn up spirit, man.
Yeah.
That's that turn up, let's go to Miami spirit, man. And that's what everybody want to do once they get money, man. They want to get drunk and fuck on some hoes and start turning up, man.
Right.
You see, but it say let's walk honest, man. You read that part?
Con. Verse 13, it says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying.
Right. And so when it said let's walk honestly, that's talking about keeping these prophecies in your mind and knowing what's going on, man. Being honest with yourself and being honest of the understanding you have within the Bible, man. All right? Because knowing this truth, that's gonna prevent you from doing a whole lot of bullshit. Cause you know, man, that ain't the right spirit to be in, man.
Right. Yep. It says, verse 14, but put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
Yeah, making provisions for the flesh, man. What I'm gonna be doing in 10 years, my full 1K. I'm putting up money this summer so I can get a Hellcat, so I can go and stand in front of a bunch of wicked women.
10-year plan.
Yeah, you know, and most Jakes, they're not really long-minded, you know, they're very short-sighted. So they'll spend a life savings to get 10 minutes of pleasure. You know, because like I was at work and I was chatting with one of the females there and she was looking for a car. And she went like on an auction website and they had a whole list of cars that was confiscated for arrest, man.
Yeah.
Because you know a lot of Jakes is getting locked up for racing and shit.
Yeah.
So they'll put like 20 bands into a Hellcat and they'll go down there and jag race and smack them and Esau roll on you and take your car, man.
They'll confiscate your shit.
Yeah. They cracking down on that, man.
Yeah.
You know, because those drag races and shit that Jake been doing, they'll literally steal a car and they'll wrap it around a pole, man, and somebody get killed.
Yeah. Hey, and that's the trend, just doing stupid nigga shit. Cause you got them dudes that do the side shows and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And what you see at them side shows, them niggas doing the donuts. Then you got some dumbass nigga that go right there for the car, get his ass smacked, man.
They'll lose control of the vehicle, and then eventually, if he's doing too much of a donut, he's showing off. Then you have a nigga in the audience,
Yeah.
that just pull out a gun and shoot at him.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy out here, man.
Very.
That was it on that.
I have one.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is 1 Corinthians. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7. We're going to start at verses 26 or verse 27. It says, art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loose. Art thou loose from a wife? Seek not a wife. But if thou have married, thou hast not sinned. And if a virgin marry, she had not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. But this the point. But this I say, brethren, the time is short, it remaineth, that both they that have wives be as though they had none, and they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away.
Yep, fashion of this world passeth away. So you have to understand the times you in. You have to understand what's happening around you. Okay, you got to understand how to delegate your lifestyle around the scriptures, man. Now, that's not saying that you don't have to, you know, that you just got to look at a wall all day and levitate. No, you go out and have fun, do what you do. Enjoy your time with the brothers. You got a lady with family, you know, enjoy your time. It's about balance. Overall, you have to be aware of the mindset that you're in, man. Okay, because a lot of people now, they're in crash out time. Like it was this one situation of this dude. They said that he spent 13 years in prison, and on top of that, he's wanted for attempt murder, and then he just bodied like his girlfriend's family, I think his girlfriend and like 5 other people. Now he's on the run. Kidnapped the baby and left it in the front lawn of somebody's house, and now he's on the run. Totally unalive. Then you had that one Jake, well, he may be an Edomite, but the nigga woman married a white man, and I remember a post years ago they put on Facebook about how the kid was a devil, like he's gonna drive her crazy. Now he becomes a teenager. Now he unalived his father and mother, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
His daddy looked to be like
Looked like a be an Edomite, but you know, Keisha got with him because he looked like a so-called white man.
Right, exactly.
You know, and the scriptures go into that, like how you're not supposed to be going into their sons.
Yeah.
You know, vice versa. But see, the black woman, she likes what she called it's called what they call this term in black women divesting.
Yeah,
Divestors and shit, you know. They feel like they'll break up with a so-called descendant Jake man and they'll go get with a so-called white man. But the same women complain when they see you with a white woman.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, double standards
going on.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, and that dude who killed his parents, where his ass go after that? His ass went to church, man. All right?
Church.
Hey, them demons probably told him that's where you need to go, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see, So yeah, as brother said, the crash out spirit is real. So hey, if that's what's going on in the world, if you a spiritual man, you gotta become more spiritual, man. You gotta know how to avoid certain areas, man. You gotta know how to avoid certain spirits, man. All right, everybody ain't gonna fucking accept you, man. Especially in this world. If you got a righteous spirit on you, hey, you got a target on your back.
Yeah. What the scripture go into, he that departed from evil, maketh himself a prey. Yeah, because I mean, you know, it shows like you just gonna have people that just don't really like you, man. It ain't nothing you did, it ain't nothing you said, but it's a spirit you got on you. And ultimately, these people hated our Lord, so you're gonna, you know, they're gonna have that perverse spirit.
Yeah. A precept back you up.
Go ahead. Can somebody find me that in Proverbs when they go into there's a generation that curseth father and mother?
This is Ephesians 5:15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil." You know, like the brothers was bringing out, you know, everybody's in a crash out mode, man. You know, because he's coming down with great wrath, and in doing that, he's bringing about a economic collapse. You know, they switching over the financial system, man.
Yeah.
So they're putting a squeeze on people on purpose, so that way you can crash out and you run to them for their solution. You know, the digital currency, and that's what everybody talking about now is those digital IDs, man. You know, because real soon to get on the internet, to access your bank account, all right, to you know, healthcare, all of that is going to be revolved around those digital IDs, man.
Oh,
You
shit,
know?
did you hear, I think next week they're starting with YouTube that you're going to have to upload an ID for verification.
13.
Yep.
It's YouTube and Spotify.
Yep. So you see right there, they're cracking down.
Yep.
You know? And the crazy part about it is they already got your information, but they want to see face verification so they can say, oh yeah, so you one of them guys that say F the small hat, Sean, okay. So they put you on a list,
Go get 'em.
database and go get you. Because Trump sold your records to fucking, yeah, he sold it to Palantir, man. Private corporation.
Because when they do that, it's like the blockchain, because, you know, the digital currencies, they can track and monitor it all. But if they have it to where you got to upload a digital ID, you can't be anonymous no more, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everything you do, they're going to track and trace it anyways. You leave a comment, you post a video, you know, you like something, all of that is going to be recorded, man.
Yep.
And
Called a
really, that's
digital
for
footprint.
the truth, man.
Mm-hmm.
Cause they ain't trying to watch and track everybody who watched the fucking Cardi B video.
Yeah.
That's what the elders in Dallas was saying yesterday.
Yeah.
They ain't trying to see who all watched that Sexy Red music video. Nah, they trying to watch who tapping into GMS, man. Who tapping into these prophecies? Who trying to learn their identity, man? You know, because so on, bro. Hey, cause if you notice, man, you know, if you look at your subscribers, it be like a lot of random people, man.
Yeah.
And these are people that are in the world, you know. They may not necessarily go out to the highways and byways, but they may listen. Esau want to know who the fuck you is, man.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
yeah. Hey, the apostles brought out a long time ago. They said if you click on a video and you get a minute in, they own your ass.
They own you.
Yeah, but bro, because they tell me, oh, it's just to save for the kids. They don't give a shit about the kids.
No.
If it was the kids, you wouldn't have half the shit on Nickelodeon. You wouldn't have half the stuff on Disney Channel. You wouldn't have all this stuff, all this woke shit. Yeah, you don't care about the kids, man. And since when does private corporations care about your kids? And why do a private corporation have a say-so on what the hell my kid watch?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a parenting thing, man. So like the brother said, this is to target those of us that's in the faith, man, because the small hats, they're losing, okay? They're getting called out. They're being outed on the world stage. Everybody knows that these people are a bunch of goddamn apostles, man.
Yeah.
So they need to know any and everybody who's speaking out against them. And, hey, this famine of the word, hey, it's upon us,
Yeah, it is.
okay?
I got what you called for.
Yeah, go ahead.
This Proverbs chapter 30, verses 11. It say, there is a generation that curses their father and does not bless their mother. There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes and yet is not washed from their filthiness.
Yeah, that's this fucking society.
Yeah.
Hey, this current modern day generation, man. Hey, can you start at the top again and read that, bro?
Yeah, God. Proverbs chapter 30, verses 11. There is a generation that curses their father and does not bless their mother.
Mhm.
There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes and yet is not washed from their filthiness.
Pure in their own eyes, but yet that's not why. That's these feminists, man. It's these young niggas. Hey, just watch those. You know how you got them red pill jakes when they go and show the TikTok videos of the women complaining. Well, I'm a single mother, but a man ain't got a right to tell me shit. Like, wait a minute, you have nothing to offer. but yet you want to have this particular standard. That's that generation that's pure in their own eyes, man.
Yeah.
Because see, what we have in here is a failure. What he say in Players Club, he said what we have here is a failure to recompensate. Okay, we have a failure here to take accountability, man.
Yes.
Okay, because see, a lot of you people had the decency in mind and understand that you are a cause of most of your problems. Then you wouldn't put your accountability on nobody else, man.
Yeah.
Okay, the fact that you got crash out culture at an all-time high, but yet somebody's supposed to come and justify your behaviors, that's madness, man.
And you know what that translates to today, is when people say, I'm living my truth. You know, it's not the truth, it's my truth. So that means whatever rules that I decide for my life, and if it's beneficial to me, I'm gonna make that law. I'm gonna make that good in my eyes, man.
Yeah. Yep.
My truth.
Oh yeah, well, have you ever had somebody say, "Oh, that's your truth"?
Yeah, yeah,
That's your truth.
yeah.
What do you mean, my truth?
They don't realize this goes back to these super Satanists like Aleister Crowley, and those philosophies, do as thou wilt. See, they may not come out and say they worship Satan, but when you go back and look into all those philosophies, do as thou wilt, it basically makes you the God.
Yeah.
Your will,
Yeah.
my truth. This is, you'll tell them the sky is blue, or not to me it ain't.
Yeah.
Cause see, it's their will. It's an open spirit of rebellion.
Right.
You know, that's what makes it satanic.
Right.
Because you see something that's obvious, and then you be like, nah, I reject that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a bitch will have 4 kids.
I don't see that.
She'll have 4 kids, trauma by a nigga that ain't got nothing, and she'll be mad at you because you don't take her out on a date.
Because you got standards. She'll be mad at
Right.
you because what you mean you don't deal with a single mother?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, man. So,
What you mean?
and going back to that point you made, bro, there's when you study the degrees of Masonry, Karl Marx brought this out. Karl Marx, because he basically what happens is they say most Masons that get up into a certain degree, they say that they have to deny that they worship Satan. They know they worship Satan,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
got to deny
Can't
it
acknowledge
because
it.
Masons swear in secrecy, man.
Right, right.
So when you go to the Karl Marx agenda, you go to the fucking Aleister Crowley, basically Marxism was a way to do away with God because most Marxists know, like this dude, Karl Marx, he understood that it was the Most High. He understood it, but he felt like, well, we need to get under the laws of God and make our own laws. And this basically where feminism springs from, women's liberation, this do as thou wilt. This whole society was established on a Marxist ideology, which is nothing but Satanism, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
Karl
Satan.
Marx was a fucking Satanist, man. It tells you in the book, he was a Satanist.
Right.
And that's the philosophy all you stupid people follow, man.
Yeah. Whether they know it or not.
Yep.
Proverbs 30:12, there is a generation that are pure in their own eyes and yet is not washed from their filthiness. There is a generation, oh how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up. There is a generation whose teeth are as swords, and their jaw teeth as knives.
It says they loftiness. When you think of lofty, you think of like high up.
Yeah.
You know, proud. Like the people here are proud as all hell, man. I mean, bro, it was man, bro. I'm talking about young chicks, bro. I was going to Smoothie King yesterday, and I met this bad from like this. She was from, forgot what country she from, but she was one of them African chicks, man. But she looked good, and I'm like, what's up? You know, she like, I'm like, how old are you? She told me her age. She was pretty young, in her 20s and shit like that. Claiming she have no kids, no none. So I'm like, where you from? She said, I'm from here, but I'm like, where your family from? And she said they from parts of Africa. And just talking to her, you could see the I mean, she was cool, but you can feel the heathenism on her for being around all these people, man. She had a certain sense of pride on her.
Yeah.
You know, because the chick, like, she gave me the number and everything. Like, she talked, but then trying to text her, you could feel that there's, like, nothing there. It's like a bunch of emptiness, and it's just like the bitch is proud. 20, young woman, you know what I'm saying? But, see, that's that loftiness, that lofty spirit. That high-minded shit, because social media, you know what I'm saying? And then you got a bunch of simps. All this shit taking place to gas these people up, man. You know? And that's why the Most High has got to destroy this goddamn place, man.
That's right.
For real, the pride is just, the entitlement is just too much.
Right. You know, you got more on that time.
Keep going.
A little bit more. Proverbs chapter 30, verses 14. There is a generation whose teeth are as swords, and their jaw teeth as knives, to devour the poor from off the earth and the needy from among men.
Oh, you remember the little young niggas that got locked in a store when they was stealing this shit? and they was basically cursing the damn clerk out. Little niggas talking like Keisha. You bitch. You know what I'm saying? That it says they teeth is swords, man. Weapons. You know, completely out of order. These little kids, man, they'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Straight demons.
Yeah, they
Little
do.
monster, bro. You got 9-year-olds out here stealing cars, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw, man, I saw a fucking video of this fucking YN. That nigga stole a kid, and that nigga wrecked that shit, and he burned alive in the fucking car, man.
Oh.
Up there in Milwaukee, man.
All of you, how about you? How shot, man. You young cats,
But
man.
that just shows, hey, man, the level of recklessness, all right? There's no regard. There's no thinking process of cause and effect, man.
Yeah.
All right? These little niggas, all they mindset is fuck around and find out, man.
Yeah.
We gonna fuck around, do some bullshit. Whatever happens, happens, man.
Yeah.
See, it ain't like that with wisdom. All right? Because we know, we like, okay, man, if I do this, X, Y, and Z could happen. So I might not want to do that, man.
Yeah.
Little niggas, all right, what they say? Fuck it.
Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Fuck
they got the phrase YOLO.
Yeah.
You know, that whole culture. YOLO,
Yeah.
Carpe Diem, live in the moment. That those all go back to the same Satanism, man.
Satanism.
Do what thou wilt. Thou shalt not surely die. You know, ain't gonna nothing gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? And then you let that shit go unfettered for generations. Of course you got 9-year-olds crashing out, you know,
Yeah.
burning up their vehicles, not giving a fuck, man.
Because you have you have a generation now of people. They don't have no accountability of right or wrong. Right or wrong don't exist to people, man. It's just we do what the fuck we feel.
Yeah.
Like these people are NPCs, man, for real.
Mhm.
Like for real, and you gotta really stay out the way, bro, because it's just random as shit.
Yeah.
Like one dude, one Jake, I think he was Northern Kingdom. This one dude killed his ass over a loose square, man. Basically, what happened was he went to the bodega,
Damn.
and it's kind of the Jake's fault too,
Got
because
him.
for one thing, the scriptures say meddle not in the matter that concern thee not.
Yeah.
So this dude is in a bodega trying to go behind a counter and do some shit. What are you stopping for? That ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That
Ain't your
bodega
money.
man got the shotgun behind the bulletproof glass. Let him deal with that.
Yeah, and
so,
he got insurance.
yeah, so the
Right.
dude put out a knife and
Right.
stabbed the Northern Kingdom Jake and sent him to the spirit world because you trying to protect somebody else's establishment. Look, if somebody want to rob a fucking bodega and I'm in it, hey, you can rob that
Just
motherfucker
don't touch
blind.
me.
Yeah,
Right.
If I get out,
Touch
I'm out.
me.
You think you in the good Samaritan spirit, like
Yeah.
you're gonna get rewarded.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
out the way, nigga.
You think fucking Ishmael give a fuck about you?
Right.
Hell
Right.
no.
You always had niggas like that. You know, a nigga that'll tell on you for leaving the plantation.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
think
yeah.
you gonna get some brownie points? You
Yeah.
ain't get no brownie points
What
from
time
Massa,
you supposed
nigga.
to be on?
Shut your ass up.
Esau don't even respect that shit, bro.
But I had a precept that go up. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave." See, this is the logic and the mindset of a proud, hedonistic society. Brother could look up the definition of the word hedonism. You know, because that's what this society goes into. That's why you can run up so much credit card debt. You can run up student loan debt, and you can have a mortgage and a car note. You know, because it's just nobody ever paying this shit back.
Right.
But people just don't quit. They just go, man. You know, your kids gonna be in debt. But then it says, "For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart."
Yeah, that's that you only live one spirit.
Uh-huh.
You only live once. Do what you gotta do.
Yep. See, and it says, "Which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit vanish as the soft air. And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance. And our life shall pass away as a trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist, and is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof."
Yeah, that's why they say, do what you gotta do. You know, make the best out of your life because hey, you only get one life.
Right.
These people, they don't believe in a life after death scenario. I
Right.
mean, some people believe the concept of going to heaven and hell, but most people they're so detached from any type of spiritual aspect of the Most High to the point these people think they God, man.
Mhm.
All right, you ask, I guarantee you, it's probably like 8 Edomites over there. You ask all of them if they believe in God. 7 of them may say no. One may say, yeah, I believe, but they really don't. You know, so therefore you got this culture in the earth that people are just liable to do what the fuck they want to do when they want to do it because hey, at the end of the day, they like, look, I ain't gonna be here that long anyway.
Right, right. And the scriptures tell you these niggas like this gonna be a real problem, especially when all hell breaks loose. But I'm gonna skip down to this verse. It says, verse 10, it says, let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. And that's what these YN niggas are, man. They have no regard for life at all whatsoever. And it says, let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. See, so it's basically a meritocracy. Whoever's the strongest survive. It ain't about right or wrong. It's just like if you get the drop on somebody, you get them. You know, but the scriptures say, look out for the poor, look out for the meek. There are laws and things that handle certain things.
Right, and then strength, usually that's defined by wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Your ability to be able to react in difficult situations.
Right.
Now, the strength is dictated off finances.
Right, money.
How
is-
much resources and access do you have to shit? That's
Yeah.
off, man.
Right.
Oh, well, shit, bro. That's the spirit Kevin Samuels was in, bro.
Yeah.
He was pushing that
Yeah.
whole
High
high
value
value man,
man.
Like he said, like, oh, man,
Six
well, you know, I
figures.
could pay for you. I could be her. I could get a 25-year-old woman because I can afford her and you. But see, when you push that vibration in the earth, that fucks up the mind of the people, man. Because a high value man is not predicated on how much fucking wealth you got, bro.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
that's the
right.
least thing. Hey, riches ain't everything, man.
That's right.
Yeah. I was looking at one, I was watching something, man. He made a comment. He said that wealth is not everything. He said wealth is just not rich. He said it's not everything, man.
Mhm.
Scriptures tell you rather be sound mind and a healthy body and poor before you be sick with riches, man.
Yep.
Because you know how many men got riches and they can't spend their money the way they want?
Yeah.
Like here you get hit by a goddamn semi truck and you walking around with a head in a container and a remote control body, but yet you got cashed out $5 million. What
Yeah.
you gonna do with that, man?
You
Right,
got
right.
oxygen tubes
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to your nose.
Yeah, what's that nigga that was in a wheelchair, the paraplegic?
Stephen Hawking.
Oh,
Stephen
yeah.
Hawking, yeah.
That motherfucker got cake.
Boy.
That nigga got war buddy did.
Yeah.
Hey, that Rothschild that had all them damn heart surgery.
Yeah,
He
Dave
can't go
Roberts,
out
yeah.
and smash no 21-year-old girl.
No,
that'll
hell
be
no.
too much.
Yeah.
Nah,
Hell
I think
no.
he really into it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Yeah, he'd rather eat a kid,
You
man.
know,
Yeah, he
'cause
want a
Stephen
middle
Hawking, he was
school
on the
boy.
Epstein plane.
Yeah.
You know, he was one of them. That demon. You got that definition?
Yeah, this is heathenism. Dictionary.com. It says a belief or practice of heathens, idolatry. It says barbaric morals or behavior, barbarism.
No, heathenism. Hedo.
Hedo.
Oh,
Head him on. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I thought you
because
said heathenism.
heathen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I said
same
heathen.
same
Same
shit.
shit,
That's
man.
what the heathens are on, man. And heathens are so low level and simple. They'll see a colorful fish in the ocean and weird looking money. They'll just, oh, that's colorful. Let me eat it.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, they
shit.
just
Wonder
no
what that tastes like.
no
That's weird.
analysis, no nothing. Just
That's weird
bland.
shit.
It was a video of a bunch of, I don't know who they were. They may be some coolies or some cowheads. I don't know. But it was like this big squid. Squid had to be probably like 4 or 5 feet, probably like 300 pounds. And they're literally just eating the guts out of this squid and eating it, bro. I'm like, are you
Yeah.
serious?
Just low. Just
I'm like, are you serious, bro? Like, you eating the fucking squid?
yeah.
This is hedonism. It says the pursuit of pleasure, sensual self-indulgence.
Go to Merriam-Webster.
Kanye.
Yeah.
It
Because-
says the doctrine that pleasure or happiness is the sole or chief good in life.
Yeah.
It says a way of life based on or suggesting the principles of hedonism.
Right. In other words, if it makes me feel good, then it's righteous.
Always gotta feel.
You know, that's the barrier of morals here. Does it make you feel good?
Right.
And then nigga will go down there and live his entire life like that.
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
You know,
Yep.
doing drugs feels good. That
Yeah.
don't mean you just do it, nigga. You know,
Yeah.
fucking on hoes that feels good, but if you fucking enough bitches in a row, you gonna get destroyed, man.
That's right.
you can't just be going around all wanton, doing whatever feels in your flesh, man. You gotta have balance and discipline.
Yeah, you're
That's
gonna
right.
run into something that's gonna
Balance.
prick you, man.
Right. Yeah, because that's the inverse of a philosophy called Stoicism,
Yeah. That's
where
what we supposed to
Stoicism tells you to deny those fleshly urges in the greater good, deferred gratification.
Yeah, that's a Epicurean lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
This is an Epicurean lifestyle. They push pleasures of life,
Mhm.
the pride of life. You know, however you feel, this is what you do. If you want to do that, then you can do it. That's why there's no balance here, man.
Yeah.
Everything is pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. Like, hey, prime example, flesh being a parasite. Parasite does what? It spreads and it grows. The more you feed it, it's like sugar. It grows and it contaminates, and that's the mindset of the people.
Yep.
Prime example, right? Jake never takes shit serious. Every time you go on these TikTok TV shows or whatever, and you see people complaining about it. Only thing they want to do is live a turn up. Jake would turn up 365 days a year
If you let
Bro.
them,
if you let him.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
they
then they
will.
would get mad if you
they
tell them to
will.
chill one day. I want to have fun. Hey,
Right.
you just party the whole year.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Can't get enough. Cause see, they don't realize your flesh is a garbage disposal, man. It'll just you
It's
just
a-
keep feeding it and
It's a
feeding it.
parasite, yeah.
Yeah, it'll
gonna
eat
want
up
more.
everything, man. You know. But another precept to back that point up. This is Philippians chapter 3, verse 17. It says, "Brethren, be followers together of me, and mark them which walk so, as ye have us for an ensample. For many walk, of whom I have told you often, and now tell you even weeping, that they are the enemies of the cross of Mashiach."
Yeah, you got a lot of guys in the truth. Prime example, Adam 22 Jr., man.
Yeah,
Cuck boy.
yeah.
You know,
Cuck boy,
yeah,
yeah.
he went on there with a bunch of niggas. See, and this is what happens when you associate the truth or associate your ministry with niggerdom.
Yeah.
All right, we've been telling you that guy Al-Azhar was a nigga from day one.
Right.
Facts.
I told every brother in this camp. I said that nigga ain't right.
Facts.
Right.
I said he a demon, man. I said the nigga ain't right.
Yep.
Him, Hakarna, none of them niggas are right, bro. They all wicked.
Tazariak either.
He's wicked.
Yeah.
What do you say? He like, I've been somebody, brother. Like, for
Yeah,
one thing,
fuck are you,
Before
nigga?
all this, I
yeah,
had
like,
a
who the
name.
fuck are you, man? You
Yeah.
can't even break down Revelation 13 and 16 and you want to talk about you important. For one thing, the Lord said that we're not supposed to exalt ourselves, man.
Right.
But see, this is what happened when you rub elbows with these niggas in the world, and now you don't know the difference between a worldly nigga and the truth, man.
Right.
Like, prime example, right? Whack 100. Okay, Al-Azhar gets caught up in the pagan scandal, but even then, who the fuck is Whack 100 to be a mediator between how we judge and the truth, bro?
Yeah.
How many times that nigga got to turn on you, man?
Yeah.
That nigga done literally cursed y'all out, man. He said he don't believe, he don't respect y'all. And you niggas go back to the platform for what, man? You know?
Context, Doc.
Right. You niggas are pleasure seekers, man.
Yeah, they are.
And Al-Azhar is a homosexual.
Yeah, he's straight up.
Yeah, his
Emphatically,
father,
man.
his father is a homosexual. Hey, like father, like son, buddy.
He
Yeah.
wanted that white man to smash his girl.
Yeah, he talking about I ain't never been
Yeah, I didn't
around with
want
no
that.
man.
I didn't want that.
It don't matter,
Nigga,
man. You
yes, you
literally
did.
told your wife to get a replica of a male sex organ
Yeah.
and put it up your ass, man.
Yeah. And
Talking about you not a homo. Yes, you are, man.
Not me.
and what
getting
compelled you
hit
to
with
even want to
something
have that
big.
sick fantasy? You know, at the
Right.
end of the day, the Most High just gonna have to destroy that nigga, bro.
Right.
All right, and it's coming, brothers. Hey, the Most High just finna have to start killing niggas, bro.
Yeah, straight up.
Ain't no warning, bro.
Straight up.
Niggas gonna have to
Hey,
start
Papa
being
Shah.
unalive. So Yahweh Bashim Hawashah gonna get his point across, man, because you
Right.
niggas, you play too fucking much, man.
Right.
All right, that ISUPK, the Most High is gonna break all that wicked shit up, man.
Right.
All right. Well, you got more on that? You got one. You got it next up.
This is Philippians 3 and 18. It says, "For many walk, of whom I have told you often, and now tell you even weeping, that they are the enemies of the cross of Mashiach, whose end is destruction, whose God is their belly,
That's right.
Yep.
and whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things."
Earthly things, man. Hit the like button. They want the tip. For one thing, why is the ministry hiding behind a paywall, man?
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's
Not
funny because
necessary.
a cop been trying to make it. I'm watching a couple of his live streams. He been trying to make a point like this breakdown is free. Like, why you got to even say that, bro?
Man, fuck
Because the
that,
majority of your breakdowns is behind paywalls.
Well, yeah, this breakdown is free.
Right.
But get them G's up.
Yeah, have we ever had to say that on a video?
No.
This one gonna be free.
Hey, what prophet of the Lord out here on the streets and say, what prophet of the Most High on the streets speaking in an agora, you know, is calling out to people? Yeah, you may call out and get people's attention, but you ain't telling everybody to come over here and like the message. You just out here speaking, bro. Like, we're not compelling these people to come, and we don't give a damn if they listen to us or not.
Yeah,
Hell, the thing of it, we supposed to look crazy to these people, bro.
that's right.
Because, like, what are you really teaching Israel?
Yeah.
What are you really teaching them, bro?
Yep.
Like, on that Whack 100 podcast, what edification came out of that, brother?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That was an expose.
Just a bunch of niggas, man.
Yeah. It was a cuck trying to do PR damage control. That's really all it was.
Yeah.
I never bought the kit.
Yeah, I made it disappear. I never did no
He said,
homo.
I don't like getting pegged. I've never been pegged. And you was a fucking lie, nigga.
Come on, bro. Why were you entertaining a bitch like that, bro? And nigga had the nerve to call himself a chief priest, man.
Yeah, take that head off and show that bald spot, nigga.
Yeah.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 39, verses 28. It says, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. You know, so the Lord, ultimately, for these 2/3, he's got judgment. And we've seen it happen. Like that bitch, she got her arm fucking ripped off by her own pit bull, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
And didn't make it after that. That's it.
Pretty little light skin.
And in Kansas City, you had a Jake got fucking killed by a dollar store, man. The
Oh,
whole
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
dollar
yeah.
store caved in on his ass. Man.
Damn.
The whole dollar store.
The whole dollar, the whole
Yeah.
fucking
Where?
just boom,
At
right
that
down the
Family
street.
Dollar off of Broadway.
Yeah,
Oh, the one on the corner right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
What?
That building
Man.
collapsed, bro.
God,
The
killed
whole
him.
building
One
collapsed?
Jake.
On the
Yeah,
niggas.
killed
It
one
collapsed on
Jake.
the niggas. And 3 people got hurt.
I heard about it, but I didn't really think it was like I heard, but I didn't even think nothing of it.
Hey,
Yeah.
at the camp, if you can drop by there, that shit,
That shit
That
collapsed.
shit gone.
they
That's,
trying to
that's,
rebuild
Yeah.
it now, but yeah, that shit too.
that's the Lord right there, man. The
Yeah.
angels say, everybody else get out. I want this nigga right here.
Yeah.
God.
Lord, drop a
Collapse this
building.
shit.
like
Hey,
that.
what's crazy was he was just walking by like he wasn't even trying to be on that or nothing. He was just there, and it just happened at that time.
At
Bro.
that specific time.
Lord must,
Lord.
he must have some defenses on him, bro.
Yeah, Lord,
So
snipe
he's
his
out of
ass.
here, huh?
Yep.
Dang.
Gone.
That's a fucked up way to do it.
Shit, boy, you better, if his family's involved, they better fucking get a hella lawsuit. They gonna get paid off that
Yeah, they
shit.
are.
Man,
And
that
that's the spirit, man. Cause you know they came out with that movie Final Destination. What was that last month?
That shit
that
already
new
on
one?
fucking it's already on TV, bro.
Yeah, I
it was a
gotta watch
chick. It was a chick, bro. In the movie theater watching that movie, and the ceiling collapsed on her.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, yeah.
What?
It was a chick watching that movie, and the ceiling
Yeah.
collapsed. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah, about you.
Oh,
Right
that's
there, right
scared,
there.
bro.
Lord is not playing, man.
boy.
See, pretty much these movies about to turn into little mini prophecies, man.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
little horror movies that be coming out, you know.
Bro, I saw that Weapons last night. That shit was good.
Oh, I heard about that. I
Bro,
heard
that-
it was good.
Bro, that shit was it. You would never expect it, bro. But it show you it's real. It's real. Damn.
We got spirits out here, brother.
Yeah,
That's right. It says verse 29, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
Yeah, man. You
A
got
family dollar fall on the nigga.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, and like hell, think about it. Don't think about it
Shit
too
made my
often.
day, man.
God says. But you think about it like hell, that's a hell of a judgment right there, man. You know, hell, some of them ice balls be the size of a fucking volleyball, man.
Yeah,
Imagine
yeah.
that shit falling out the sky, bro. What you gonna do?
God.
Lord of the hey, that's the old school stoning right there, man.
Oh
You know?
shit, man. Y'all remember that time? Maybe it was like I think it was last year when that dude burnt alive in that Tesla. Y'all remember when we did that on
Yeah.
Fridays? That don't put the fear of the Lord in you, man. I don't know what. Help me.
Ain't nothing I could do, bro.
He like, I can't do nothing, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when you don't read the instruction manual. If you read the instruction manual, it would tell you in a Tesla, if you go down by the panels, like a fuse panel, it's a handle there. You open the door and get out of there. But he didn't know that because the nigga want to hop in a Tesla and do dumb shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Stupid ass.
That's what it goes to show that it's a spirit that literally. Hey, once that death date got his target mark, that's it,
Yeah,
man.
ain't nothing you can
It's
do,
like
man.
calling in a missile strike. They got a laser. Sometimes they point it and they mark their target. And
Yeah.
once it beams up and coordinates is locked in,
It's
ain't
a
no
wrap.
turning back.
Can't turn that off.
Yeah.
I was watching that movie back in there. It's called Land of Bad. Same people that made that movie Extraction, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Them working it. It's called Extraction. They had them military dudes going in deep, man. That whole thing was to get in there and just to mark a zone where they can call in the airstrike. Man, that shit was intense, boy. He dropped that fucking, I believe it was like some green smoke or some shit like that. They had to book it, get the fuck out of there, cause once they see the signal, them planes is coming, man.
Shoot, yeah.
If you don't get out of the zone, you gonna get fucked up too.
First Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And I had did a pre-camp lesson going into that peace and safety is a real spirit that the Lord is putting on these people, man. Okay, the Lord is intentionally making these people comfortable.
Yeah.
All right. So, as I said, you know, you were two-thirds. You should think all 2/3 deserve to be punished. No, if you look at it spiritually, the Lord is blessing these 2/3, man, because He wants you to be comfortable. He wants you to have your guards down.
What's that scripture in 2nd Ezra that says that those that receive benefits that have not known me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know you got a lot of these jakes that say, "Well, God with me because of my blessings." Nah,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, the Most High is with you on the left-hand side, but the Lord will give you blessings to set you up, man. Because, like, Esau, he's at the height of his pride, and he's going to fall into his own trap because, bro, like we went back to earlier, this whole YouTube verification thing, they're going to require credentials to get online. Upload videos, they're going to do all that shit now, man.
Yeah.
So eventually, they're going to start cracking down, and we ain't going to be able to be out here like that.
Right.
And once we're taking off the platform, and once we're taking off the streets, that's when the Lord is going to unleash the floodgates because there's no more warning.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Remember when Yahweh Shah said, "Woe unto them that laugh now, man."
Yeah.
Hey, if you having fun and you fucking with your life in America, you gotta examine yourself.
Boy, yeah. You gotta rebuke certain things. You might. And I'm kind of enjoying this a little bit too much, man. You calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For your flesh run off, and and the Lord is justified in fucking you up, man.
Yeah,
I mean, they kind of show you on a low level in movies how Satan operates, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got once you sign your that contract at the bottom of the movies, it's always a roll, a scroll, and you got to sign your name in blood.
Yeah.
So what happens in the first part? You get all these blessings, you kicking it, you living up because why? You sold your soul.
Yeah,
And that's what you 2/3 have done. You spiritually, you don't know it, but you signed your name in blood to live a life of sin and wickedness. So yeah, you enjoying the blessings that Satan is giving control of the world right now.
Yeah.
He's walking to and fro. So he's giving you all the food you want, all the money you want, the women, cars, clothes, hoes, whatever it be, man.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, but what's required of it in that fine print of that contract is your soul. You got to punch that tab eventually, man.
Yeah. It's
So,
your time.
so when it's time for you to get judged,
It's your time.
when Satan's allowed to, all right, the contract's over with,
Yep.
you've reached your deadline, that's it. You're going to have the worst horrific judgment out there, man.
Yeah.
Sir.
That's,
I was gonna say on top of that, especially with a lot of these rappers and shit, man, you really in the trick bag because come to find out, a lot of these niggas be leasing shit.
Yeah.
They walk around with fake chains, they lease shit,
yeah.
and they really ain't living the lifestyle that they promote, man.
Yeah.
But you got simple people out here that'll look at that and idolize that, and the whole time you niggas is selling out for nothing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's an agenda, bro. They actually push that to get Jake to sell out. Bro, at the end of the day, this whole system is set up for Jake to go off, man.
Right.
See,
Right.
Esau has understood enough through his history and scriptures and studying us that if you keep these people away from their power, they will be in constant rebellion. We got them.
Yep.
This is why they push this shit, bro. This is one big fucking idolatry, bro.
Yeah.
Notice the commandments are not pushed here.
No, it's the opposite.
It's the opposite of it, man. You notice women, they can have as many men as they want.
Oh yeah.
Lawfully, you can get married to 2 women, but if you do that, they'll call you what, a fucking bigot.
Yeah.
You know, they locked up one dude because he married 3 different wives from 3 different states, and they hit his ass with bigotry, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, was any of these women virgins when he met them?
Hell no.
Exactly. So why is she getting locked up for being an
Right.
adulterer, but he gets locked up for bigotry?
Yeah. This bitch on her 3rd or 4th divorce, man.
Yeah.
They got half of 3 niggas shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She can just keep
Alimony.
going.
Yep.
And
You know?
he married to him, and every last one of them got fucking niggas on the side.
Yeah.
So they all committed adultery on him. He's the one getting locked up.
Right.
Treacherous, bro.
They all sharing, bro.
Said the bitch is on her 4th divorce, man.
Right.
That shit real.
Yeah, this shit is a mess, man. Ain't nothing left for this place but fire.
That's it,
You
man.
know? But a quick precept, back y'all up on that. This is
Somebody get Proverbs 1.
this is Isaiah 29, verse 9. It says, "Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out, and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. For the Lord Yahweh hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, hath he covered." See, so their eyes are basically been shut off from this place, man. You know, that's why they're in this spirit of this murk spirit. Even though they're alive, they're lively, they're doing this and that. Deep down, they're asleep.
Yeah.
Spiritually, they're asleep, but they don't realize they forfeited everything, man. Like the brother mentioned, those rappers, man. It looks good on the front end. Nigga signed that 360 deal. He saw like, all right, I'm gonna give you $1 million up front. But then the paperwork said, oh, that was a loan.
Yeah.
Then you got to pay it back. Okay, but you done spent it. You done bought a Ferrari, a couple chains, and that shit gone.
You in debt.
And now you owe that. You still owe that money. Like, well, you still got to make 5 albums.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Get your ass out there. And he say, you know, I make more money if I kill you, right? You know, because he does. All them rappers, King Von,
Yeah.
all of that
Tribute
shit.
album.
Tribute album. Whitney Houston albums went through the roof after she went to the spirit world.
Michael Jackson.
through the roof.
Prince.
All of them, man. You see, that's how Satan gets down.
Yeah.
You know, but up front it feels lively. It feels, But the scriptures say this place is you're the walking dead here, man.
Shit, that nigga Busy was like, man, he was mad. Nigga was on live. He like, man, we want our masters. I'm like, how long you niggas been out? Y'all ain't got y'all masters. Esau got to take masters, bro. He like, look, we'll kill you before we give you masters, bro. How much money Esau made off them niggas,
bro? You still gonna make forever, bro.
Yeah.
You see them on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever. They ain't getting none of that money, bro.
None of it, bro.
They literally own the name. That's why Prince changed his name.
Yeah,
to the artist formerly known, or the symbol. You know?
Yeah.
And
That's why they got rid of his ass too, because
yeah.
he found the way around that shit.
Yeah, him and Michael, they was like linking up. They were like, you know, fucking small hats, demonic, man.
Yeah.
You know? What y'all got?
Proverbs 1. You got it, bro.
You want me to start at verse 1?
Started 20, bro.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
And that's the prophets out coming out week in and week out to you, calling out, man. That's what church means, bro. To call out,
Right.
to bring it out, man. You know, and people, they walk by and they just be on this heathenistic shit. And at the end of the day, dog don't even obey your ass. Stupid ass, fucking clown. You know, yeah, bro, heathenism. But once again, man, this is why the prophets are out here to call out wickedness, man. You know, but once again, you just ignore the prophets. That's fine.
Yeah.
Shit, continue to ignore us. We don't give a damn because at the end of the day, while we're being delivered, you people gonna be getting ICBM nuclear fire, all right? Because this bitch is getting ready to get hit. All right, Russia surrounding this motherfucker, bro. You got ships, nuclear submarines off the coast of California, down there in the Gulf. You got them over there on the East Coast. You got them coming through the Bering Strait. Hey, this place is surrounded, and the Most High has set this place in a perfect location to be surrounded by all enemies, man.
Yeah,
because even though we're in the uttermost parts of the earth, we like far west, but even then you're still smack dab in the middle. Because if you look at Europe, you look at Africa, you look at Asia, you look at Russia, then you look at America, they're right in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Because the earth, man, you can literally get to Russia going east or fucking northwest, bro.
It's almost kind of like a Gehenna.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause like where you burn trash, you don't want it right next to the city.
Nah,
you know,
nah.
you kind of want it down away, because that's where all the shit gonna be getting burnt up at.
Now look at the world map, and look at the world map, the globe, and look where America sits, and look at the other nations. America is right. They get pelted from missiles from every side, bro.
Yep.
They can get missiles shot on them from the south, from the north, from the east, and the west, man.
Yep. Two big oceans right there.
Yep. That's why the scriptures say that those missiles are gonna come down like raindrops, bro. They gonna hit from every direction.
Yep.
Ain't nowhere nobody gonna be able to escape. You ain't gonna be able to escape in time, man.
Yeah.
You got motherfuckers trying to get to the airport and all this craziness.
Right.
Traffic gonna be so jam-packed on the bridge to the point the bridge is gonna fall if they don't blow it already.
Yeah.
You know, people gonna be getting out of their cars and trying to run. Motherfuckers gonna be jumping in dried up rivers. People gonna be going underground because you people have no sense of urgency, bro.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the fact that you continue to put into a society that's totally abandoned you and your safety, you people are fucking dumb, bro. Because Russia, they're telling that people, look, find shelter, get in bunkers, whatever y'all gotta do, be safe. America ain't gonna tell your ass that it's a pending danger until the fucking missiles dropping.
Right.
Oh yeah, we make it tell you the missiles are coming. And you got 5 minutes left on the fucking clock, and down here now all the missiles are coming.
Right. They
Wait a
don't give a
minute.
fuck about you here. You know? And the mother nation, they already lining their new bag up with bricks.
Yeah.
So they've already planned with
They
a world
left.
without you.
God, that's the spirit, man. Because one of the elders uploaded a video showing that clip from the Breakfast Club. They was talking about the Seahawk, man, and they were saying that hey, whether or not they was gonna take it. I mean, they literally mentioned the Neuralink, so they actually starting to advertise this shit now.
Oh,
They was
word.
talking about whether or not, you know, they was debating with each other. They're like, well, yeah, it is coming. It is coming. They even said it. Said they're showing you all these movies. We know it's coming. So these regular people, they know about this shit, man. They know that see it coming.
Shit, bro, they advertising in them infomercials too. Like when they advertise like certain medications and certain like devices, they say, well, look, man, you can take this diabetes medication and you can take it for like a month and it automatically tracks when you need the insulin and it will automatically inject it into your navel and shit like that. They already got it up, man. You know, because with insulin, you got to physically stick it in. But now they got devices that can just
Put it
send
in
it to
your
your bloodstream without you even have to do anything, man.
Yeah.
Convenience is how they selling you people.
Right. It's a hyper lazy demon on you. Because how they selling you on such menial convenient shit, man? You know how much money they make because niggas don't feel like getting up and going to the grocery store?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
DoorDash.
it's a spirit on this place, and now they can sell you some bullshit like track. You should be, if you got diabetes, you should be vigilant about tracking your blood, man.
Should be up moving.
You know, but
Yeah.
that's how they get you.
Say, look up, 'cause Trump also just unveiled this, you know, look up digital health or digital tech health ecosystem. Okay, digital health tech ecosystem, man. And that goes into what RFK was talking about with trying to get all, you know, every American to have those wearables.
Wearables, yeah.
You know, they at the point to where they're merging, you know, health with the digital shit, man. You know,
Yeah,
all that shit being linked up.
right,
God, you got stablecoin coming out.
right.
And they was mentioning that too. And they said specifically, there's like, yeah, you know, Elon got that Neuralink that's out. And she was like, yeah, you know, with all the tech that you people are going to be able to do with this thing, a lot of people are going to take it. And she straight up said it. She said, yeah, I'm probably going to have to take that. Why? Because she ain't got no faith.
Yeah, none.
Well,
People
she
have
also
no
signed a
faith.
fucking
Convenience,
contract
bro.
down to the small.
Quick precept. This is the book of Jeremiah 49, and I'm going to start at verses 31. It says, Arise and give you up to the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care, says the Lord, which neither have gates nor bars, which dwell alone, man. That's these people.
Yeah, these two women right
Yeah,
here,
they
they don't
have
have a care in the
They don't
world.
have a fucking care in the world. Here
No
they
man
don't.
in sight.
Yeah. No
You know?
man, no nothing. And I guarantee you, they don't even know how they gonna pay their rent next month.
Right,
They're
right.
staying in an overpriced small apartment, probably in college debt, you know, because the bitch probably went to school to be a nurse or something like that, and she probably didn't work out. Now
Yeah.
she's probably doing OnlyFans, trying to
Right.
figure out how she's getting ready to pay this 250 square foot, $10,000 a month rent, you know, and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
through cooked. Still out here walking around like she's a damn prize,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
because there's no care here, man.
Yeah, no care.
Y'all saw that bitch that got she got that 6-figure job, work from home. And then this bitch went out and bought a house within 6 months, and then they fired her ass, man.
Dumbass.
So now she got a $3,000 mortgage because she thought she was on bullshit at home with that work from home. They cut her ass loose, man. Because you have no foresight, you have no thought here, man. You know?
Yeah, you women, you're gonna learn the definition of needing a man. So Lord set y'all ass up good, because y'all make all the wrong decisions. Y'all make wrong financial decisions, forget about it. Now, if you brothers, man, out there are having a woman to make financial decisions for you, you probably shouldn't be in this truth, man. For real. A woman should be making no financial decisions for you, man. They live their life in ruin off emotion,
Right.
turmoil and confusion, bro.
Yeah.
They buy houses when they're not supposed to. They buy cars when they're not supposed to. They get these fucking jobs and think they figure it all out, man.
Yeah. Bitch
Shit,
got
dude.
400 pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Never wear them.
They'll buy an expensive ass dog when they shouldn't do it, man.
Yeah, a fucking
Pets
dog
are
that can't even
expensive.
protect you. You're gonna buy a dog that much, at least let it be an investment for your protection. Something
Right,
that can
yeah.
get somebody off you. You buy a fucking $10,000 Chihuahua.
Right,
Right.
right.
Yorkshire Terrier.
Because it's a fashion statement. You see, that's why Esau put him in charge. That's why the women rule over you. Because he know they gonna make the rash decision, man. They gonna be emotional. Esau, it's so easy to sell a woman on something, man. All you gotta do is put it on TV, put a celebrity with something colorful, bright, and the bitch will be like, all right, I'm gonna buy it.
I'm gonna buy it. Sold.
The modern day impulse racks in the grocery store. You watch that show Mad Men back in the 60s. They cracked the female psychology back then on how to sell to a woman in these magazines. The modern day impulse rack, that's for women. When you put the candy bars up there and the pieces of gum, that they make so much money just off the impulse because they know women do a lot of shopping. man.
Women spend the most money in society, bro.
Yeah.
It's a study. Women make up most of the consumers here.
Yeah.
Like men, we don't need much to go without. Like we could thug it out in a fucking 1-bedroom or studio apartment and be cool with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A bitch would be by herself and eat like my sister, her dumbass.
Yeah.
This motherfucker ain't married, no kids in her 40s, but you got a whole house. Why?
Right.
Why?
Stupid, man.
Why? And then she went to school, got a bachelor's and master's, whatever. She went to school for business management, didn't find a profession in that, owes all types of debt now, paid the college back. She works at a school now. Went back for a master's degree, another $100,000 down the drain, just to say, oh, I went to school. Okay.
Stupid.
Nothing to show.
That's why in a car mechanic sees a woman come in, they licking they chop. They like, oh yeah, I'm about to get her.
And then just to get laid off, like you might get the job and get fucking laid off, man. I don't know people that worked at high end companies like, you know, some of these pharmaceutical companies in the building that got degrees, worked there 10, 20 years, man, get fucking fired. No retirement.
Yeah, send your ass a text message.
Like just laid off, like didn't even do nothing wrong. can't be putting all your fucking, what they say, eggs in a barrel or basket for this shit.
What you got up?
It's Revelation chapter 3, verses 15. It says, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would that thou were cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Because thou sayest, I am rich, and increase with goods, and have need of nothing, and knowest that thou art wretched, and miserable, and poor, and blind, and naked.
Right.
All right. So the riches can make you seem like you have a fullness or a sense of satisfaction within your life.
Right.
But it say, but thou really know that thou, you say, and thou knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked, man. Because you know that real satisfaction comes from the spirit, man.
Yeah.
People think what they say, gain is godliness.
Yeah. You see, this is why you don't sit down with celebrities and do a bunch of fucking podcasts with them, because those niggas got money, man. They're way too comfortable to think that the Most High is acting on their behalf. They think that they got it. Okay, they think that they're self-made men. You see, when you give a man a bunch of money, a bunch of clout, he's gonna start leaning on himself, man. He's gonna like, well, maybe I am the man, you know. But every breath you take comes to me, how about Shimmy, how shy, man? You know, that's why getting money is a scary thing, you know. But that's a major temptation on the flesh. And you sitting down with a bunch of men that all they care about is money and clout. They ain't gonna hear the word, man.
Yeah.
Okay, those are dry bones that ain't ever gonna wake up, man.
They're a bunch of women, bro. Like, if you seen the podcast with them dudes yesterday, they wasn't doing nothing but talking over each other,
Yeah.
emotional, arguing.
Let me finish.
I'm
Let
like,
me
these,
finish.
these ain't men, bro. We don't, these are not men. If y'all ever just been around an average man, bro, they don't compare to us, bro.
Oh,
They
yeah,
just
not
don't,
at all.
bro. Like, I'm
Not
at the
at all.
point, bro, niggas are so beneath me, man. Like,
Yeah.
I go, man, people feel it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I went to I went to get some food last night, bro. I'm just a little common spot. And you could just feel the energy in that place, man. And when people like come next to us, they just don't feel like they measure up. That's why they be looking at you like they want to take your head off, bro. You know, you get up, you go to the bathroom, all eyes are on you type shit. You know, and then you go in there, Jake all nervous and fidgety and shit. You know, he got his woman. Like, it was one Jake that came in there with his nigga woman, bro. And you can tell that he's never been on a date, or you could tell, like, in his mindset, he just not that dude. Because you could see the spirit on him. No confidence, no nothing. And I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, man, Jay, you niggas in a fucking gulag, bro.
Yeah,
that's-
Sad.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Cause you know, brothers was going into that this whole week. You know, brothers at this camp, pretty much, you know, becoming boys to men. You know, and we have the scriptures, man, dealing with wisdom. You know, and these certain traits. That's what truly makes you a man.
Yep.
All right, a lot of these niggas, they don't have that, man. They're giving into their urges, you know, their impulses and their egos, man. You know, they don't move how you're supposed to move according to the scriptures, man.
A quick precept. This is Sirach 17:1. It says, the Lord created man of the earth and turned him into it again. It says he gave them few days in a short time and power also over the things therein, man. So the fact about it is, your days upon this earth is numbered, man, you know. And Jake, they consider it, but at the same time, they don't put that into serving the Lord, bro. Going back to, you know, the whole podcast with Adam 22 and, you know, Israelites rubbing elbows with the unconscious community. At the end of the day, it was never sincere. Okay, those
Yeah,
podcasts,
never
it was never based in sincerity, bro.
Yeah, self-promotion.
You know, because you heard what he said. He said, oh, man, I heard 10 bands for the debate. Like, you know,
That
just
tell
to
you all
make
you
more
need to
money.
know right
Yeah,
there.
the money. It's about the money. It ain't about the truth, bro. Because if it was about the truth, it would be solely about the truth.
Right.
You know, the whole going out to the streets for them dudes is just to put on an image. It's just a front. They don't care about their flock, brothers.
No.
He was projecting when he said that we're the ones cosplaying. You know, that was he was really the one that was
Yeah.
cosplaying.
Wait a
You're
minute.
doing
We're cosplaying, but you the one that's leaving Israel.
Right, right.
You the one that got caught with the dildo, nigga.
Right,
How the
yeah.
fuck are we cosplaying, but yet you've been you've been a part of this community for the last 15 years. You was the one that was fake, nigga.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But he got to get away from us though.
Yeah, I gotta get away from you. But see, that's the spirit of an unaccountable nigga, man.
Yeah.
It's always somebody else's fault.
Right. Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah.
Nigga, I ain't fucking put that dildo up to you and tell you to sit on it, nigga.
Right, right.
Right.
You're right.
You did that.
Tell your girl to put that on.
You're right.
Yeah, remember that nigga tried to come back and say, yeah, I was raised in the camp with
Oh,
GMS.
yeah.
Who said, well, I forgot
He
what
tried
he
it.
said.
Yeah, he tried it.
I forgot what he
said that
but-
they told that it's okay to indulge in. You out your fucking mind, bro.
Well, that's that narcissism demon. Because when you study that disorder or that demon, that's one of the things they do is they create a narrative and a story that they convince themselves that it was the other person that's the problem.
Yeah.
So now he's got a story that we're just the ones that fucking put him in a situation where he was just so mistreated that he had to leave the
We
organization.
left them no
Right.
choice.
Yeah.
So he's spinning that narrative now instead of having a highlight on him as being the motherfucker in the Pegazon.
Right.
You know, that took it up the ass.
Yeah, he's nothing but a glorified female, bro. That's all he is. Nothing but a female, bro.
He's a psycho, man. Like American Psycho. That nigga Christian Bale. That nigga be in the he be in the mirror having monologue with himself, bro. He be convincing himself of all kind of shit, you know. But the niggas is pure demon, man. Nigga put you in the spirit world. That nigga put a suit on and walk outside. You would never know, bro. Like,
Yeah, go ahead, Todd. Now bring that Proverbs back, brother. Finish all that.
1 Timothy 6:3. If any man teach otherwise and consent not to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Yahweh Shah the Anointed, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strifes of words. Right? Did you buy the kit? What did you mean by I don't want to get hit by something bigger than you getting hit with? That's strife and doting questions.
we're talking about he was entertaining her fantasy.
Yeah,
like,
what
bitch,
does that mean, brother?
Wait a minute,
Like, how
man.
you got 5 women and then you got to entertain that shit? If I got one woman, I don't care if I can't get no box for the next
I'm
2
not
years. If bitch
entertaining
say some
that,
shit
bro.
like that to me, I'll go
Not
drop it 2 years,
entertaining
bitch.
that, bro.
And the scriptures say that you're not supposed to give nobody power over you, man.
Right.
You that's not justified, bro. You got caught with your sick fantasies, man.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever freaky shit you got going on with your woman, if it's lawful, that's between y'all. If you wanna fucking suck on the titties or whatever and bite her toes, whatever, that's between you and your woman. But when it comes outside of legality of the law and you doing something like that, it's very suspect, brother. All right, and hey, like I said before, you ain't right, nigga. None of you, all you niggas in Sakari, the ones of you that still claiming that the Most High is not with none of y'all, right?
It say 1 Timothy 6:3. If any man teach otherwise and consent not to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Yahweh Shah the Anointed.
It's a lock here, brother.
No, you good.
Didn't the apostles warn him? Didn't he warn him about going on the podcast? Yeah. When the shit didn't work out the first time, what did they say? Hey, man, after you didn't debated the guys once or twice, you was supposed to leave them alone, bro. Right. And you weren't supposed to have no dealings with Sarnetta after that debate went left, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah.
My brother.
He went right to that
Yeah,
nigga.
you went right to Sarnetta. You dished your own brothers, but you went to a heathen that called you out. And Sarnetta called his ass a Moor a long time ago. When he crushed that nigga out, he said, you a fucking homo. He told him that.
Yeah, they don't have any respect for the Lord or the work of the Lord.
Yeah.
These niggas they're cockroaches, man. Okay? They scrounging around, they only talk about us because their way of life, their gospel that they preach is dry, man. They gotta pretty much mention us, man, but they don't really care about the truth. You know? And that should have been obvious, but the apostle told you that probably a decade ago, man. You know?
Say, if any man teach otherwise and consent not to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Yahweh Shah the Anointed, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railing, evil surmisings, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself.
What's the definition of withdrawal, brothers?
Get away
the
from.
fuck away.
Go back.
Get away from.
You gotta get away from these dudes, man. When you get an account of a guy that's not right, man, and there's no correcting him, you gotta get away from him because anything else is just like you shooting yourself in the foot. Like we was kind of going into the account earlier too, like how you got guys in this thing that they don't want to put their best foot forward, man. You know, they kind of just sitting around like bumps, pickles, waiting on somebody to guide their way. That's not you. You got to figure this out on your own, man. You know, this is not about a fucking charity case. Like they get on us because they say, why don't GMS go to the hood? Well, we've been to the hood before, and don't nothing
Work
come
out.
out of it, bro.
Work out.
All right, Yahweh Shai say, what good thing can come out of Nazareth? Ain't nothing there.
Yeah. I can honestly say at this point, there's not a nice part of town I've been in where I ain't see at least a couple niggas pop out like roaches.
What benefit do we have being on 31st and Prospect?
None.
No benefit over there.
All
bro.
downside.
We already get a headache from going to work, man.
It's drug addicts, prostitutes, drug dealers, murderers, hoes.
And that's not the chief place of
I was
concourse.
just gonna say.
It's really not.
The scriptures say go to the chief place of concourse, where you're gonna have all walks of life going.
Right.
So right here where we at right now, everybody's gonna come here. Niggas from the fucking hood, rich ass motherfuckers, middle class, bums. You name it. They're gonna be walking by here.
Yeah, especially when that streetcar get open.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be a bus stop.
And why would you go only to where a certain, demographic largely is gonna be at, man? Because we out here to wake up the speckled bird
Jake
too.
look like everybody.
Yeah, you got a lot of Israelites that don't even look like so-called black people, man.
Plus, we're also to condemn the wicked as well. So you need Edomites as well. It's to wake up the elect and to condemn the wicked, man.
Yeah, we're above going to try to preach to a bunch of crackhead niggas that don't want to wake up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's gonna come and try to vandalize our equipment and start fights. No, thank you. Y'all can have that, man.
They beg for money. He rolling across the fucking concrete, bugged out, twisted up and shit off of heroin. Man, look at that shit, man.
Going to the hood, bro. Like, nah, niggas that go to the hood is because they got a guy going against Esau. They can't speak out against him. Keep going on that Proverbs. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 23, it says, "Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and ye refuse."
How's the Lord calling? Through his men out here, through the videos. And mainly it's really the videos now because, people come and they come up, but most people, they'd rather watch it from home before they come up to the camp because the average person don't even want to come up here because they ain't got the spirit to do it, man. They could just learn from home and take their notes and shit. They come up on a comment board. Hey, I saw y'all such and such. How do you break this down? They can do the shit right at home from their keyboard and we'll respond to it. We're out here to display our faith,
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, "Because I have called, ye refuse. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh."
Yeah, so like when bad things happen to people, and then we kind of get in a mirth type spirit or a kind of happy spirit, is because the spirit of the Lord is on us to do that. That's the Heavenly Father showing His emotion through His men, man. All right, the Lord, He speaks through His men. So you see somebody plummet head first off a bridge, 9 times out of 10, the Lord calls it, and now He's in the spirit world laughing at your ass, man. Because people say, "Why y'all laughing and shit?" Just like certain shit that's funny to me may not be funny to y'all, but we see judgment different than you people.
Yeah.
You people have an "oh my God" moment, and we have what we told your dumb ass.
Yeah. Like when that nigga Polite got put to jail, we was lit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I was drinking that day.
But you say that, then they'll call you a demon.
Yeah.
Because you're laughing at the
How could
misfortune
you?
of these people. Wait a minute. You people bring nothing but misfortune to yourselves, man.
Yeah.
We telling you to stop living that way. So when you get warned 2 or 3 times and then you get smacked upside the head, yeah, we gonna laugh at your ass because we told you so, man.
We rejoice in righteous judgment.
It's
That's what that was.
righteous. It's righteous judgment, man.
Real quick one on that.
Go ahead, brother.
Job 4:7, it says, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off?" It says, "Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same."
Nobody's innocent.
God.
Nobody is innocent. I don't care if you are a little baby,
Yep.
Google-ing, Gaga-ing all day, or you an old-ass 80, 90-year-old man.
Yeah.
You did something.
Right.
Now, of course, we ain't gonna laugh at a baby getting their shit split.
Yeah,
We ain't gonna laugh at that. But we understand that
We
there's
understand
there's judgment. We understand it, so we're not emotional about it. We're like, "Damn, that's fucked up. That's a kid." But at the end of the day, the Lord said that He was gonna slay utterly old and young, man. So what happens when the Lord, and this is what they don't show you in the movies, kids are gonna be a major casualty out here, man.
Major.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you got to take into account that women are going to be pregnant, newborn babies. People, it tells us, the Lord said that people are going to be given into marriage, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So kids are not going to be out of the realm of judgment when all hell break loose, bro. Women going to be out here fucking pregnant, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Out there.
There's a lot of, only Yahweh Shai knows the extent of wickedness that they've done in this life and they past life.
Yeah.
And that's the key to it too. When you see something like happen to a very young child like that, and it'd be something very horrific or gorific or something like that, you gotta remember the scriptures say that, You know, we pay for iniquities of our fathers until the third and fourth generation.
Yeah.
So some of the people in the past life, you know, 100 years ago, they might have lived, and during that time period, it might have been an Edomite that was the top chief plantation owner, man.
Yeah.
And he had just ravished and raped all of our wives, buck breaking dude. He might have been doing the physical act of buck breaking a Jake himself. So he passed away a peaceful death, but he got born into this Edomite babies in this time frame, and all of a sudden you hear on TV that baby drowned or got fucking thrown off of a damn building, burned alive in a car. No, that's the Lord got his ass in the next life.
Right, right.
You gotta understand reincarnation.
Yeah, because even the elect are not innocent. That's why the scriptures speak about the blood of Yahushua, man. See, the Lord saw enough in us to redeem us from it, man. Everybody's got blood on their hand. We're pleading to the Lord from a position of not of strength, but of grace. The water. That's how you gotta look at it, man. Contrite, man. Yahushua went up to blot our sins out. You see? So what? How much more so these people? A bunch of goddamn heathen, man. You know, it's judgment season, man.
And that's what should make you go harder for this truth. Because at least we have a better chance of not passing away like that if we're actually physically doing his work and serving him. That's why you got to count this thing as such an honorable thing. Because we're trying to do this for, you know, our protection, our household's protection, and the Akim's protection.
That's right.
Yeah, this is generational wealth, brother.
Go
ahead,
Yeah, that's right.
Verse 27 says, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
Yeah, cause hey, there's a lot of niggas that know the name Yahweh, man. There's a lot of niggas that know the name Yahweh Shah, man.
Yeah.
But just because you know that names don't mean the Lord gonna show up for you, man.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because you didn't show up for the Lord.
Right.
We show up for the Lord.
Yeah.
Each week, man.
That's right.
And so in the time of calamity, we have confidence knowing that, hey, the Lord is faithful, he gonna show up for us, man.
Yeah.
But if you over there smoking blunts, ain't doing shit, and you just think the Lord with you, you gotta guess again.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
That's get you, man.
You got some Jakes that's in that spirit that really think that the Lord is with them. I'm like, how the Lord with you when you sell drugs, nigga? Hands sagging, you sell drugs, nigga, because you know you're an Israelite, that don't mean the Lord is with you.
You got one scripture tattoo. You think he good?
Like, the Lord deal with me this way. Yeah, okay. Let's see.
It's like a wicked bitch. You always say, you know, God knows my heart. Yeah, you're right. He does know your heart. Your heart is fucking wicked.
You know you a demon.
These niggas. I had that definition of calamity, brother. Go back to it. It says calamity, an event causing great and often sudden damage or distress, a disaster. You see, sudden. It's already bad enough to deal with a major problem, but imagine at 3 o'clock in the morning that shit hits you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can't do shit, man. That's what a lot of these niggas need, man. Cause you can't tell them nothing. They literally got to see their whole no way out scenario for them to finally fold in and realize there's a higher power that rules over you.
Right.
Like nigga, it's not you. You don't run nothing here, man. You don't control the next breath you take. You don't control whether or not you can see around the corner. Nothing.
Right. Like that dude that got that Family Dollar smashed on his goofy
Right.
God.
The Lord just gonna have to just collapse that whole motherfucking shit on him. You know what I'm saying?
The Lord, the nigga was just walking in there, man.
He
Walking
was
in and walking out,
walking.
minding his own fucking business.
Niggas going
Walks
there,
up,
niggas going there to get a money order, bro. Yeah, smoke.
He just knew he's about to get a paycheck or
Yeah,
something.
needed that deodorant.
And you know, Family Dollar ain't shit, man. I don't never want to walk in that motherfucker. That shit is terrible.
He's got demons.
He's always like, last time I went to a Family Dollar, a nigga was running out of his fucking store stealing something. I just turned around and went home, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that shit is still around, bro.
Yeah. They losing money now.
Yeah, bro. Family Dollar been around for us. I remember going there as a kid, bro. Family Dollar and shit. That shit is through, man. Dollar General, Dollar Tree. It's just a real dark, kooky, swampy ass spirit in there,
It
man.
is,
Yeah,
man.
it
It's
really
like, just suck niggas in there. And you got nasty ass fucking Section 8, 10 kid
Yes.
bitches in there, man.
There's guaranteed to be a bonnet in there, brother.
Buddy,
Somebody
buddy.
got a bonnet on.
Bunny Chronicles 101.
You go in there, they got
Meet me at the
motherfucking.
local Family Dollar. Where you at?
She be in there with the biggest cart too, man. That shit, we're all on food stamps.
You go in there,
Hey,
got
what Merce say?
motherfucking,
Call Dr. Umar.
Yeah,
You done too, nigga.
yeah. Umar, you out of
You
there.
out of there.
You know what? Pandering to all them black women, they turned on your ass,
They
nigga.
froze
We
my
told you
account.
black woman ain't with you, bro. The reason why the black woman was even giving you grace is because you was giving them a rite of passage to be wicked, bro.
Right.
Black woman don't give a damn about you, man.
Black
And
woman
find out the black woman is the one that took your money.
Yeah.
And low key, I think the niggas are fucking dope head, bro. You buying fucking drugs, bro.
I can see that, man. That money for that school been gone.
How long you
Yeah.
been promising that
But
fucking
Mark-
school?
Oh,
Marcus
it was supposed to
Garvey
be built
Academy.
like 5 years ago. He probably started asking for money probably 10 years ago on that shit.
I want to
Yeah.
build the school.
For the longest, man.
Yeah.
Prince of Pan-Africanism. The Prince of Pan-Africanism.
Yeah, bro, because they was asking, they said, when you going to build the school? He kept, like, changing the subject and
Yeah.
shit. It's building. We got the building.
We got zoning
It's on there. Like, get your ass out of here, bro.
You gotta watch the Slate.
Tariq Nasheed called your ass out a long time ago, bro. You ain't right.
Verse 29, it says, for they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. They would none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices.
Hey, Jake was getting so spiteful on that nigga. They'd take pictures with the snow bunnies and tag that nigga.
Yeah.
They called Dr. Umar.
You loving that shit. You know, we got the smoke.
Yeah, yeah. Slocky, go
Can
ahead,
you get
bro.
read that part where say that they did not choose?
God. It says, for they hated knowledge, verse 29, Proverbs 1 and 29. For they hated knowledge.
And yeah, we
And-
do deal with the snow up here. For those of you that got a problem with it, we deal with the snow, all right? We deal with it.
Right.
And if you black women, if y'all had class, y'all be first one try to get an Edomite man. So don't
Right.
play the hypocrite here.
Yeah, y'all can't get one.
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
that's why you mad.
Yeah.
It says, verse 29, for they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices.
Yeah, that's what we said last week at camp, man. We brought out the scripture where it say, all that against me wrongeth their own soul, man. So you're going to have to eat the fruit of your own devices, man. Your lust and your flesh puts yourself in this situation, man. All right? So us, you know, we chose the fear of the Lord. What they say, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Yep.
All right? So we chose that. And that comes with discipline. That comes with suffering. And that comes with being seen outcasted. Because what they say, these people hated knowledge. We love knowledge. We want to grow into it.
Yeah, we have an understanding, you know, that the Lord chose us. It tells us that the Lord have chosen us. We have not chosen him, he's chosen us to fear. So we have a working knowledge on how things operate out here, bro. Like, you know, when you just speak to certain people, they're amazed at how much wisdom you have, man. You know, even, I guarantee when you brothers were younger, even before you came into the truth, people have said that it's something, y'all got like an old soul, an old spirit, y'all kind of wise for y'all age, man. You know what I'm saying? That's common.
Yeah.
Because, hey, Howard Shai was 12 years old and he was debating with lawyers and scribes and
Yeah.
doctors
Cutting
and
them.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Wisdom,
You know?
wisdom comes from the heavens, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's when you get hit with that speech. Stay out of grown folks' business, nigga.
Yeah.
You
Right,
interjecting
right.
your opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, your mother can't be corrected.
Nah.
That's right. Verse 31, it says, therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them.
Yeah, that's why the Lord give it these people over to the mind that they have, man. He's giving them over to ruin. So a lot of times when people are transgressing, sometimes you just gotta let a person fall on their own sword, man. You know, like sometimes you get so upset in the spirit because the Lord ain't judging these wicked Israelites when we want him to. But remember, he gave them over to the ruin. Because think about it, bro. If you was once under the true teachers of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and you go back from that and follow a reprobate, then the Lord really got to out with you, man.
Yeah. About to be an example.
Yeah, you finna be an example. That is like me leaving Great Millstone and going to IUIC. That's a reprobate right there.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
God. It says, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil.
Yeah. And a lot of foolish things that Jake does in these communities is he'll sell drugs, but he'll be prosperous with it. You know, that prosperity of the food, all of that shit's gonna collapse, man. This whole pipeline of these hood niggas that y'all so infatuated with, when all hell breaks through, this shit is gonna fold up, man. This shit gonna fold like a taco, man. It's gonna be pandemonium, panic everywhere, man.
Yeah,
And just know the Lord's gonna be laughing, like He said, man.
that's right.
You might just hear us laughing. You know,
Definitely laughing.
All you niggas thinking you getting out the mud, that mud gonna turn to quicksand and drown your
around
ass.
your ass. Yeah. So, according to your own ways, man.
That's right.
You know.
Quick preset, real quick, to back you up, man. These flies are bad out here, bro. They fucking biting and shit. Isaiah 3, and I'm gonna start at verses 25. It says, "And thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she should be desolate. She being desolate should sit upon the ground." And this men is talking about, you know, these little hood niggas, these little gangbangers, these men, you know, the Jake men, because once the siege come, a lot of Jakes are just gonna be getting unalive left and right. Jake ain't gonna survive like that first wave of martial law, because see, the thing of it is, niggas are too reactive.
Yeah.
Okay, they see something, they react to it instead of thinking it through and giving themselves time to kind of figure out what's going on. They just gonna go head first into the line of fire.
That's what you don't want to do.
Yeah, that's gonna get their ass put right in a bad predicament, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to run behind Keisha, you gonna get straight up unalive.
Yeah.
You read
Impulse.
That, you read that last week in that Second Ezra, the 5th chapter. Right before the end comes, there's a lot of confusion, loud noises and things. It's gonna be a spirit of confusion. The Lord gonna literally sow confusion.
Yeah.
Things you gonna know right now, but you just gonna forget. You're gonna forget how to make a left here. You know, your own neighborhood. Things gonna be cut. The Lord gonna put a spirit of confusion out here, man.
Yeah, fear, dread, fear.
Yeah.
Dread. The lights going out is just. Your neighbor you knew, he's gonna be acting irrational and shit. Your baby mama, all of this shit it's gonna all be torn apart.
Yeah, it's gonna activate Jake's flight or fight response, man.
Mm-hmm.
And when a lot of people act off impulse, that's how you gonna get your ass killed, man.
Yep.
It's like a dog that's scared of fireworks or thunder or something. When they hear that, they don't think, okay, maybe I need to go to my kennel. They just start fucking running.
Right.
They just lose their mind.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're gonna run into the street, get hit by a fucking car, and you dead, man.
Right.
So impulse is not always the first. The first impulse decision is not always the right decision, man.
Yeah.
You need the spirit of the Lord to guide you to be like, all right, man. All right, I know it's crazy, but stay cool and do this.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because I remember when the pandemic started, and when we was doing the videos about the Counter-Strike, because you remember they was activating National Guard, all types of shit.
Yeah.
Jake was, you know, a lot of Jakes on the comment board, they was worried. They say, so what if the troops pop up on my door? What do I do? I'm like, well, for one thing, what does the scripture say? What did Yahweh Shai do when they grabbed them up? Now, if they grab you up, don't be reactive. Shit, just see, let it play out. You just never know.
Yeah.
You know, one guy said, I remember a long time ago, one guy, he was like, man, this was a guy in the truth. He said, they come to my door, they gonna have to kill me. I said, well, if that's
where you want to go.
that's the way you want to go, then feel free to do it. But that might not be the wise thing.
Right.
Right.
What
Yeah,
about
you gotta-
jumping out the window?
Yeah, that's why you gotta prepare now. You gotta prepare now, man. Because see, these moments, you're not gonna get a heads up. You gotta already be in the spirit, and the Lord gonna give you the spirit you need to be. It might be a spirit where you gotta fight,
You might have to.
and the Lord gonna tell you. And it might be a spirit where you gotta flee. The Lord gonna get this. You can't get around the straight gate, man. The Lord is not just rescuing a bunch of niggas, man.
Yeah.
You're scared of the judgment now, but you knew about the judgment years ago.
Yeah.
You saw that the Lord called you a slothful servant, man.
Supposed to get ready. Yeah, you try to put a round of Glock shells on a goddamn martial law truck. You got about 100 of their ass out there. You put 2 or 3 of their ass down. What they gonna do? They finna come in and they finna. Yeah, Jake wanted, like you said, Jake wanna avoid the straight gate. Now, common sense would tell you if martial law come, you won't just want to be there so they can grab your ass. But if they kick in your door 5 o'clock in the morning and flash bang you to fucking death, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna do nothing, nigga. You gonna be blind. Your woman gonna be screaming, the baby gonna be crying, and they gonna fucking take your ass and put you in that fucking that MV, and they gonna take you to a concentration camp.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Yeah.
You gonna have to play it through, and you gonna have to depend on the Lord and say whatever happens at this point is in your hands.
Yeah.
I got a quick.
Just like, I was just gonna say, it's just like treading water, you know. Treading water is a skill, man. The people that get in the water and they panic and they flail and they move their arms around, they gas themselves out and they end up drowning, man. As opposed to just knowing that you're not gonna sink if you just chill out. Okay? It takes a minimal amount of energy just to tread the water. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's gonna be like. They're gonna get dumped over in the water, and their first reaction is just gonna be the panic. You know,
Fighting the water,
fighting
swallowing
the water,
it, coughing.
and you already less dense than water, man.
Hey, 2 Ezra 16:74. It says, Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand. Like you say, we already know the trouble coming. We already know it's there. He said, behold, the day of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. It say, be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord God. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift themselves up. So it say the Spirit of the Most High is going to be a guide to those in trouble, man. So yeah, we are humans. We do have flight or fight responses, man. But we don't let those things dictate our decisions. We let the Spirit dictate our decisions, man.
Yeah, that's right, man. We were at the account last week. Peter got that angel tapped him on the leg. He said, come on out, man. You know, from prison. You know?
Nah, yeah, he had to go listen to that too.
Yeah.
Because he could have been in fear, like, oh shit, they're gonna catch me if I try to leave out.
Right.
I'm gonna just sit in here and wait. No, you gotta follow, you gotta listen to that spirit, let that overrule.
Yeah, that's right.
What you got going on.
It's the thing of faith, man. That's to separate the men from the boys.
Yeah, so martial law end up getting older. You don't overreact. I'm not saying like if you got insight that they coming and you can get away, then get away by all means. But if they creep up on you and you wake up and they in your face, what you gonna do? You gotta thug that shit out, man.
Right.
I'm up here trying to put a fucking martial law troop in an arm bar with no spiritual power. Yeah, you gonna get your ass, you gonna get that boot across your head.
Yeah. That's why ultimately you just gotta have your life work.
This is 2 Ezra 15 and verse 3. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee. All right, we know we coming into that time, man. So we know where these devils about to make they move on everybody. But it says, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. All right, now grab that because, we going into the, bringing it out. So a lot of people going to make hasty decisions because they don't have the faith in the Lord, man. You just going to have to allow these times to, like the brother brought out, the Spirit of the Lord to guide you. If you try to take matters into your own hands, hey, you might fuck around and you lose your life.
Yeah.
Hey,
you know where that starts though? It starts now. That involves taking brothers upon counsel. You know what I'm saying? Praying to the Lord, even if it's a small decision. So hey Lord, show me what to do on this.
Yeah.
That helps build up that skill of listening to the Spirit. Hey, and if it's something real heavy, cast a line on it. That ain't wicked either. So there's certain things that we can do now that can prepare us for that time in the future.
Yeah. What's that precept when it said that my angel go before thee, roughly paraphrasing? Because at the end of the day, matter of fact, somebody get Daniel 12:1 and get Luke 21 and start at verses when it says, when you should see Jerusalem compassed by armies. Get Daniel 12, man.
This is Daniel 12:1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there should be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
Right, so you see, the Most High said that the archangel Michael is gonna have to stand up for the people, man, because things are gonna get that bad. So if you got faith in that, you gotta believe that you're in those provisions, man. Okay, I remember a while ago, Apostle Tahar brought out the account that his wife had a vision, and she said that she saw Michael the archangel shielding the hopeful elect with his wings, man. You know what I'm saying? Being protected. So we're gonna be protected whether we get thrown in the jam in a concentration camp or whatever. The Lord gonna be with us, man. Yeah, some brothers are gonna have to get the guillotine and go into the FEMA camps. That's already written. But even that, you still got the victory. And if you believe in that, then what else to worry about? See, the thing is, you got to separate the spirit from flesh, man. Right. You operating in your flesh and you in a concentration camp, you're gonna bug out.
It's over.
All right, the Lord got you in there for a reason. Like, look, you can handle this shit, bro. I ain't gonna have you to go through nothing that you can't handle. You know what I'm saying? You may be in there with murderers, criminals, and this and that, but hey, the Lord will have you at peace in that motherfucker, bro. You know?
Yeah, like Yahushua, when he was on that ship and everything was going crazy, he was knocked out.
Yeah, he was pissed off they woke
Yeah,
him up.
Yahushua was knocked out.
Like, what y'all worried about? Don't you know you got the Son of the Lord on the ship with you?
Right.
Y'all really stressing right now?
How was y'all worried about shit. Like, man, you got the Lord, you tripping, bro.
Yeah, that would piss you off, though. You know what I'm saying? You like, you not believe in the Lord? Like, but that shows you those were still chosen apostles, but it tells you faith is just like a process, man. You can't procrastinate, and then just think you're just going to have the level of faith you need to overcome. No, once you hear the truth, your ear's supposed to perk up. You're supposed to respond to the voice of Yahushua, man.
And the Lord will carry you through certain things in your life to get your faith where it needs to be. That's why I always tell you, brothers, man, grow how you grow. Don't ever rush your growth process, bro. You gotta grow. Like any brother that would tell you, at the end of the day, brothers know about farming and gardening. The truth is basically like planting, bro. You sow the seeds, you water them, and you let it sprout. So that's the same thing with your growth process. You beating yourself up because you feel that you're not here yet and there yet. Yeah, you know, be proactive on getting where you need to get, you know, to make sure you're leveling up. At the same time, if you feel like you ain't beating that plateau, it's because the Lord probably don't want you there yet, man. He's probably want you to see certain things. Over this walk since I've been in, I've recognized certain things, man, and things I prayed for, it came to pass. Not when I wanted it, but I seen how they played out as I grew in the spirit. I'm like, oh, that's why I didn't grow, because I had to learn this, had to go through that. Now I see it. Now I'm more confident here than what I was there years ago. So your growth comes in increments, man.
Yeah, that's right. The elder always says this, trust the process, man.
Trust the process.
It's okay to not be top dog in this or top dog in that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm telling myself that as well, because I got to tell myself that, you know, as well, you know, because we're men in the flesh. We want to be great at everything we do, but the Lord is in control of everything, man. This is all a script. You know, we're praying and hoping the Lord just has us on a chariot, man.
Yeah.
Once that happens, it really don't matter, man. It don't matter what level you are in the kid. Once we on them chariots, that is a wrap, man. All life on earth is gonna flourish from that point.
Yeah. Think about it, brother. Like, there's levels to things for a reason. Like, when you got boxing, you got look, everybody. If everybody can be a good boxer, they a box. Everybody's not a boxer. Everybody can be a good track star. They run track. So everybody has different talents, even in the truth, man. You meant to be fluent in this, and this, then hey, that's just what the Spirit had.
Even David Army, man, he had all of them knew how to fight, but you had particular men that were mighty men.
Yeah,
Men
mighty
that were
men.
particular skill with archers. You know, I believe what Judah had to learn the bow. You know, so the Judites were not the first tribe to be. That was another tribe. You know, that was skilled with it. So every brother got their lot, man. You know.
Finish that off. Daniel 12:1, it said, and at that time Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. All right? And so we know we're in those times, man, to where the Lord has to raise us the angels, you know, and pretty much bring divine intervention on our behalf. Okay, and we have to have that faith that the Lord has been building up in us for to see these things play out.
Right. Yeah, it's just about being written in the book, man. You know, the villain, the actor can't tell the director, look, I don't want to be the villain no more. I want to be the good guy. You know, like, no, the script was written. This is your role. That's what's going to happen to you.
Get out.
Okay. That's it. You know, but I got that Luke 21. Got something?
Let me bring this out real quick.
You got something?
This is the book of Sirach 13:1. It says, surely vain are all men by nature, who are ignorant of the Most High, and could not out of the good things that are seen to know him that is. Neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster. So like we're doing it too. The Lord is controlling everything, bro. He programs you, he writes it for you, and bam, you're gonna play out exactly the way he said it. If you meant to be, you know, a guy that come into this thing for 5 years and then go back into the world, hey, guess what? It was already written in your configuration, man. Your talents, whether you was meant to be a head or a tail, whatever. That's how the Lord got it set up, man. You know?
Scary.
It's scary. You don't know.
You can't do nothing about it.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, you think that nigga knew that Pegasus shit was gonna come out? He probably wasn't anticipating it coming out.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother,
hell
ain't
no.
never gonna find this.
Right.
Because his lies wasn't even straight. He was all over the place. He
I
was
don't want
lying.
the loot.
Yeah. Talking about he already repented, but man, shut up.
Yeah, his pride got to the best of him.
If you already repented, the Lord wouldn't have had to come out, bro.
Right.
If you repented sincerely, the Lord would have blotted that away from you, bro.
Yeah.
I sought counseling for that, brother.
Yeah, I went to therapy.
And you may have, but you kept indulging.
Right. We went to a mo. Give you some advice.
Nigga, Hitler probably went to Diddy.
Yeah, what the therapist gonna tell you? These are all normal feelings. Okay?
Yeah, right.
These
It's
are
okay.
Okay to be
You're not-
comfortable with your
you know,
sensuality.
don't be sad about, you know what I'm saying? They'll make you feel better about some wickedness, man.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, 'cause they push momoism in America. That's just legal and shit. They're gonna say, oh, that's a normal affection.
Yeah, you're just exploring your sexuality.
And that's why it's good to, like, if you got children that cross over into that alternate lifestyle, you know, people go take them to go get seen by a shrink, they're going to condone the lifestyle, bro. A shrink is really there to twist and jumble your mind, bro.
And they have paperwork where you don't have to tell the parents either.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
if your child is having certain thoughts, that's between that therapist and that child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they'll protect that. You know?
Well, don't tell my mama you're gay, okay.
That shit gone, bro. Supposed to kill
Play-
that nigga
you
right
play
there.
that,
That
bro.
nigga supposed to die right
Both
there.
of them got to die, man.
You got it.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21. I'm going to start at verse 12. It says, "But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer."
Yeah, see, that goes into that being presumptuous, man. You already got a plan on what you gonna bro. You just gotta let it play out the way it's gonna play out. You know, like, I can't tell you what's gonna happen with martial law come. That's even if they come to our fucking door. We may not even have to deal with that. You ever thought about that? Yeah, it's gonna be around us, but every brother ain't gonna have to go through that jam of being chased by troops and shit, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so you gotta really let the Lord take the wheel on that and that aspect of it, because I can't tell you when they kick in the door what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I pray that I stay in the spirit. If the Lord put the spirit on me to fight and it's solidified through the spirit, then that's what happens. If I have to go with him, then that's what happens. If I get away, then, you know, I'd rather just get away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10 ain't gonna just be one stormtrooper kicking in your door.
Right.
They already got the buildings around. Yeah.
You gotta remember the angels are out here. They around us right now, man.
Yeah.
They active, man. They just, you know, that you phase out of the spirit. What's that? X-Men.
Yeah.
Nigga just phase out of phase through walls.
Yeah.
Angels phase out of the spirit world and just dead that shit, man. That's faith, man.
Yeah.
You know, you think you in the house by yourself, man. You not, man.
Always being watched, brother.
You're always being watched, man. That's something you gotta remind yourself of, man. You think it's just you by yourself, but the Lord gave us the comfort of the Holy Spirit, number one. We literally have angels camped around us.
The
man.
angels literally by your couch chilling.
Yeah.
So I was getting ready to say, brothers, y'all, there's a reason why y'all see them chariots all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Right outside your home, up in the sky, you see them.
Yeah,
144 all the time. That's Lord. You gotta remember them moments, man. Brothers be forgetting about that sometimes when you get a time of stress or distress. You know, you gotta remember them moments and
Yeah.
write them down if you need to. Like, I remember this day, this date.
Yeah.
I seen this fucking chariot, man.
People like, Lord, I ain't seen no chariot in 1 month. You still dealing with me, Lord? Like, nigga, chill.
Right.
Good.
Right.
Like, damn, I don't show you chariots for 1 month. You bugging out.
Yeah.
You still in the truth, ain't you?
Yeah.
You still believe, don't you?
Yeah, I remember Apostle R said, he said, I don't even need to see chariots.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was like, damn, but it's like he got that level of faith built up to where he already knows. It's annoying inside of him. It's like nothing that you can tell him can unconvince him.
You seen it so many times. It's like, okay, like if I don't see it, then I don't see it.
Yeah.
Like he don't even have visions, bro. And he's the top prophet.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. But that shit how the Lord is so cold with it, because he didn't put the spirit of visions on the apostles' heart, but yet it's just like it is what it is, man.
This woman might have a dream, or another brother might have a dream, you know, and then he'll be able to break them down.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why inner belief is so important, brothers.
Yeah.
Because like when you first come out of the world and you come into this truth, that's when the demons is gonna throw that bullshit to get you to not believe, man.
Yeah.
The more you get rooted in this, the more it's like you become that fence brazen wall that the scriptures speak of.
Yeah.
They gonna try to come against you, but ain't nothing don't fucking work, man.
Unmovable.
Yeah.
Yeah, some men just had that spirit. They just built up like that, like John the Baptist. Man, he didn't need nothing, bro. You realize they hadn't seen the Lord for,
Yeah.
they talked about him at all for 490 years or something like that. And he was just out in the wilderness just preaching, saying he's coming, you know. So that's a raw spirit on you to do that, man. He didn't see a bunch of things that happened and miracles, you know. He just had the spirit on him to just go out there, you know. But this is Luke chapter 21, verse 14. It says, "Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist."
Perfect.
So the Lord already got the answer to the question that ain't even been asked yet, just through the Spirit.
You might
Right?
go in there and not have to say shit.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, like, I ain't gotta say shit. Hey,
Yep.
hey, when, what was it, was it Herod or Pilate? I always get it mixed up. When he asked Yahushua, he said, "Thou the king of the Jews," he said, "Thou sayest." He said, "You ain't gonna answer me." He said, "Don't you know I got the power to release you or put you to death?
Said no powers given
No
you,
power
but
given
from
you
above.
but from above, nigga. You
Yeah.
can't do shit."
Right.
And that's the spirit we gotta have. Like, there ain't nothing these people can do. Yeah, you know, playing on your flesh, because you know, one biggest thing they play on is being humiliated. Jake has been humiliated so much to the point it's like almost like, I won't say taboo, but it's like almost a boogeyman. Humiliation is a boogeyman to niggas, bro, because niggas don't want to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
They think about
Yeah.
how many people are looking at them and all that
Looking
other
at 'em.
stuff. And that's something we got to get over, bro. Like, you
Right.
got to get to the point, and I was meditating on it. Some said, when you truly don't give a fuck no more, that's when your power comes. Some
Yeah,
told
that's
me, just like they said, when you don't give a fuck, that's when it starts to open up for you.
Yeah.
It's true.
The reason why Neo fell when he did the jump is because he still was holding on.
Right.
You just got to say, fuck it, bro.
Yeah. Let it go, man.
Fuck it.
Yeah, hey, Peter had to deal with that, man. You saw waves crashing on the man. That take a spirit to just walk out there.
It
That
ain't
easy
easy,
gonna
bro.
hold you. But,
Hell
hey,
no.
but the thing is, the
You want
Lord.
to walk out in Lake Michigan right now?
I don't want to. Definitely my
You got-
flesh don't. But see, the Lord.
That's just scary, huh?
Yeah, but see, the Lord did it first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so Yahushua did all of these things. Yahushua went through the crucifixion, man. He went through the mockery and being accused of particular things. You know, being humiliated. Why did he do that? To show us it can be done, man. He came down in the flesh to do that, man. You know, that should be very encouraging, man.
Hey, pull that when it said that he sent his son down in sinful flesh. Like, roughly paraphrase, it's the same thing.
I got a quick.
Go ahead, huh?
Second Esdras 14:14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
Yeah, bro, and you just gotta be in it. And a lot of that too come with prayer. You gotta pray, you know what I'm saying, until the Lord decides to move on it. Sometimes the Lord won't take that from you for years, bro. Like I tell people all the time, you know, praying for healing. Sometimes healing come over a course of time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not instantaneous, bro, but it happens.
Right.
You know, and over time you realize that damn, you feel a lot better. You're like, damn, I'm actually built back up again.
Feel stronger than what you did before.
Yeah, hell yeah, because like you get some shit that happened to you years ago, you probably ready to like, I don't know about this shit. But you endured the Lord, you like, okay, I'm gonna ease the burden a little bit.
Some shit may be a thorn in the flesh. You know, some shit you may just have to keep dealing with. The Lord, you know, how you keep dealing with to keep you honest and keep you leveling up, man. To keep you coming back and seeking Him more.
All did that. All had to. Hey, Elder Ariala, he did a lesson maybe a couple years ago. It's titled "Sometimes You Gotta Play Injured, Bro." See, Kobe played with a couple of broken fingers, bro, and still did what he had to do.
Yeah,
It ain't fun, but you know, hey, what else you gonna do?
Yeah, that was the All-Stars, man. Remember that game? Peyton Manning had his neck broke. He came back out.
Yeah.
He was slinging.
Swinging, broken neck, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you should be on the deathbed. You
Right,
break your
right.
neck.
Yeah, that's show you it's a spirit in you to overcome those things.
Shit, Muhammad Ali got his jaw broke by Ken Norton. In the second round, he kept fighting, bro. Like,
Oh,
you
wow.
fighting with a broken jaw, and then you still getting hit.
You're right, right. Don't let them know that you got a broken jaw. They're gonna keep going for it.
Nah.
Yeah.
Woo.
I'm not sure if this is the exact one. This is Hebrews 2 though.
When it say he sent his son down in likeness of himself.
flesh.
It says where he, pretty much the children of partakers.
I got it, Romans 8.
Yeah, keep going. Oh, okay.
Romans 8:3, it says, "For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, the Most High sending His own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin, condemned sin in the flesh."
All right, for sin and condemn sin in the flesh. So Yahweh Shai had the eyesight. He already knew. He said, you know what, I'm going to take this shit by the horns and I'm going to do it because he was the ultimate example, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said that he was the chief cornerstone that the builder set it. No, hey, he's that head, he's the foundation. So, hey, he's supposed to live by his example. Yahweh Shai overcame, we have to overcome, man. You got to want to overcome. You got to want to do better. You can't just be sitting around feeling sorry for yourself. And you get it. I mean, you got low moments, all right? You do have moments when you sit around and you in that war with me. We've all been in that spirit. I've been in that war with me spirit plenty of times, man. But overall, being in that spirit 24/7 while you in the truth. This truth's supposed to be an enlightenment to your spirit to boost you up. You got the blueprint. You got the head start. You got what most people have been obtaining to find their whole life and they can't figure it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, for
'cause
real.
You gotta keep that
For
balance
real.
because if you don't heal, you die, right? If you get cut and you get wounded and you start bleeding out, if you don't heal that wound or if you don't treat it for infection, you what? You die.
Yeah.
So you know, take your wounds, lick your wounds, and heal and get better, man.
Yeah.
You gotta keep pushing.
That's right.
Yeah. Brother's point, there's some men walking around, they live 70, 80 years, and they just never will get it. They never got the truth.
Never obtain it, yeah.
Read the Bible their whole life, they didn't get it. But you got it, you know?
Scripture say ever learning but not being able to come in the full assurance of the truth, bro. You halfway got the battle beat, Jake. You just gotta keep pushing
Yeah, it's a matter of faith, man.
and be humble with it, man. You know.
Precept. It's Luke chapter 14, verse 27.
Y'all get y'all last precept. Wrap up in a minute.
It says, "And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it?"
Right. Before you do anything, you gotta figure out like any type of business, anything, even with a job, you gotta look at the description and say, okay, am I qualified to be successful in this? So when you come into the truth, you gotta count the cost, man. Or otherwise, you're just gonna fall out the truth, man. A lot of men, they come in this thing and don't count the cost, and they find themselves casting out of darkness. And this is why you got men going on podcasts doing what they're doing because they didn't consider the lot of end of their actions, man.
Yeah. That's why Yahweh Shai kind of tested a lot of men that wanted to follow him earlier with that, you know, you got to bury their father or they want to buy a house.
Sell all your possessions.
It's not that Yahweh Shai saying you can't have those things. That was really a test. Are you willing to forfeit your life?
He was basically telling niggas like, nah, you ain't built for this.
Right, yeah,
You ain't
exactly.
built for it.
Yeah, he was telling them, look, your life has to be forfeit when you come in.
Yep.
That's really the message, you know? So when he tell you, you know, let the dead bury the dead and you get all hurt, all right, well, your life ain't really forfeit. See, dead, you still got something, you got living in your spirit where something is keeping you here.
They
So-
would say, he that saveth his life shall lose it. He that loseth his life for my sake.
For my
shall
sake,
save it.
shall save it. You know? That's required of you. Got to really meditate on that, man.
Yeah.
If you really forfeited your life in this thing, you know?
Yeah.
I got to constantly examine myself on that, man. You know? Because, you know, we don't know ultimately. It's kind of anxiety inducing, but at the same time, somebody's name written in the book, and who else is doing the work? Man?
Right. Somebody got to be there.
I may have my little moments where, you know, you feel a little shaky here or, you know, not confident there, but ultimately, the spirit, every day I get up, the spirit is still on me to pray, the spirit is still on me to do a lesson, the spirit is still on me, you know.
Sir.
That's why that's why Yahweh Shai say, he said, just believe, bro. Just keep, because you're going to always have times in your life that you won't measure up, bro. Like, you're going to have certain habits that some habits you may just not be able to kick, but if it's not completely a detriment to your walk, man, just continue to do better, bro. Everything you ain't gonna be able to get off from, bro. That's the whole point of being in this flesh, man.
Flesh.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. The Lord saying you can't do it in the flesh, my nigga.
Yeah. And some things it's just you that want them. The Lord don't want you to have it because he knows
He
the
knows.
outcome of that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you get Jake a piece of new Bob, man. Jake guys, man, he don't know what to do with himself.
Right,
They
yeah.
definitely ain't finna give a nigga $1 million. Like, you
Right.
crazy. Like, what,
Yeah.
you think I'm finna give you that? Nah,
You
bro.
saw what you did when you got some new rims, so you ain't getting no new house. You know
Hell
what
nah.
I'm saying?
Boy, nigga ain't coming to camp no more.
Getting no house.
Right.
You know, more
Verse 29 says, less happily, after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. You know, so, hey, you gotta, like the brother said, you gotta count the cost and you gotta be willing to follow through and finish out, man. And part of it is like the first part of the precept I brought out, you gotta bear your cross.
Yeah.
Everybody's got an individual cross, which is like a burden or a forever struggle, as you would say, that you're gonna have to go through. That's just pretty much ain't gonna go away. Like it temporary might subside, that shit come back. It'd be the same bullshit that keep fucking happening to you. And it'd be frustrating as hell, like, man, this shit keep fucking happening. Well, that's your cross.
I'm like, I'm back.
Yeah,
You missed me again? Like, oh shit, here we go again. That nigga CJ says, oh shit, here we go again.
I'll bring my last one out here. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 11. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, man. So that's my reminder that everything here is gonna get burnt up, man.
Yeah.
You know. So what kind of man you should you be, man?
Now that's for certain. If I ain't certain about nothing else,
Yeah.
I'm certain that America is gonna be destroyed, and I know that this is the truth.
Right. Right.
That's
I know
it.
that for a fact, man. When you see certain people walking around, you know, they 400 pounds still smoking cigarettes. It's like, what? How is this sustainable? You know, one thing I know for sure, this shit ain't gonna last, man.
not sustainable.
Yeah, if you don't believe America's gonna be destroyed, you might as well go back into the world.
No. This shit, no.
This is
You know.
true, bro.
But it says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the commanding of the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
That's some missiles, man.
You know?
Elements, the works there burnt up, the works is going into people's behaviors, the things, the wickedness of the root of shit, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna be burnt up.
Right.
Okay, Babylon is falling.
Yeah.
And it will fall.
Yeah. And that's a mandatory cost right there. So if you decide if you're going to forsake the Lord or follow the Lord, you got to have that part of the equation, man.
Yeah.
All of this shit going to get burnt up.
Yeah, you know, like before you think about going back in that world, which you should never think about, but some should tap you on the shoulder and say, well, you know, this shit's gonna be destroyed, right?
Yeah.
You know how like when you going out the door and you forget something, oh shit.
Yeah.
Before you go out the door, you gotta go back. You're like, nah, bro, this is gonna be this place is gonna be destroyed.
Yeah, absolutely going to be destroyed.
And the funny part about it is the Lord gonna have a lot of you jakes to fall right out, right before the destruction comes.
Bro.
Right.
Lord gonna pour a lot of like, you know what? Get out of here, man.
Yeah. Empty it
Shake
out.
your ass, he gonna pour you right out of here, man.
Yeah, shake.
The next day the missiles gonna come, bro.
That's
Should've
wild,
held on
man.
one day, bro.
Can't get weak, man. You can't get weak. And remember, the Lord showed the apostles, it's a process. It's a building up process, man.
Yeah, because essentially it's not about how many mistakes you make, it's about whether you keep going or not.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna make mistakes, bro.
Right.
That's the whole point. You're gonna fuck up. You will never be perfect in this walk, man.
Yeah.
The thing is, can you make it to the end through your imperfections, man?
Mhm.
That's what the Lord looks at.
Right. Yeah. It's a build up process, man. Even Floyd Mayweather takes a lot of punches, man.
Yeah.
It's usually in the earlier rounds where he learns. Then after that, it's like you almost can't even touch him in like around 5 or 6. Like, I can't get a clean hit on this nigga now.
You
that
download that
download.
late. Download that. Yeah.
That
You see,
download.
that's how it is in the truth, man. You're gonna have a lot of bumps, but it's a build up, and then once you learn, you just in flow state. They call it the flow state, where you know them old images of Muhammad Ali. He just like bobbing, like
Yeah.
he in the spirit.
Lock in,
Shit,
yeah.
that's
like-
that Goku Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, the Goku Ultra Instinct, man.
He
That's
didn't even have to move. That nigga was just like,
yeah, he was just like you're not even like calculating. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we pray for in the spirit, man.
That's the spirit of call. That's the spirit when you totally let go and let the spirit take over. You'd be
Right.
surprised what you can do when you just stop thinking about it and do the shit.
Yeah,
You could put down 5 niggas if you really wanted to.
yeah.
Trust me, I've saw it done before.
It's like being a vessel, because these vessels are amazing. They can do incredible things as the Lord has done through us in the past.
Mhm.
But it's us trying to do things. Like when the Lord said, don't think about what you're gonna say. He's saying, don't write nothing on the paper. Leave it blank.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna tell you what to
the
write.
Lord
If you
fill it
already
in.
trying to write something on it, you done fucked it up. You know, just be a blank slate, man, and go out on faith. You know, easier said than done, but the Lord already gonna put the Spirit on the men who are righteous to do those things. You know.
I got last one.
Go ahead, brother.
Hebrews 4:14. This is what we're going when we're speaking of Yahweh Shai. It says, seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Yahweh Shai, the Son of the Most High, let us hold fast our profession. For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. So Yahweh Shai, he wasn't so high and lofty to where, you know, he didn't have to go through whatever we went through. It say he was tempted like as we are, yet without sin. It say in all points he was tempted.
Yeah.
All right, so you can never think that your situation is so unique that it can't relate to the scriptures.
Right.
Yahweh Shai experienced everything you went through, man. And even if Yahweh Shai didn't go through it, the scriptures has an account where you can learn from. What it say? The things that are written aforetime are written for our learning, man. Okay? So you can't always think, oh man, this situation is so fucked up that I don't know what to do. Well, the scriptures tell you what to do, man. Are you gonna humble and see the direction, or are you just gonna say, you know what, can't nobody help me? You know?
Excellent point, bro. When you in that spirit and you study like, damn, can't nobody help me, then you just really wasting your time in this thing. Because why do you have the manuscript for? Like, I think, was it Timothy or was it Titus? But if you read it in the New Testament, you live in the New Living Testament, it goes into how take wine for like infirmities because he's always sick. So you're sick often. He was a sickly brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Constantly sick, and you got brothers that's constantly sick, going through things, weak immune systems. I mean, that may be part of the cross you got to bear. Certain brothers are fucking common cold with them that kill their ass, you know, because their immune system is so weak. That's just part of it,
Right.
you know?
Yeah. So every point too, because when it says all points, man, all points of temptation, that includes women. You know, Yahweh Shai walked his whole life without dealing with one, man. We know that's a temptation here.
David fell into the temptation.
Right. So you don't think the Lord had those things, but he overcame all of those things, man.
Yeah,
He had to
what else?
overcome niggas wanting to put hands on niggas at a particular point.
Yeah.
You know, he had the spiritual power. He could have just vaporized them.
And you know women was throwing themselves at him.
Oh, of course.
You know women was
You see
Yeah.
one
They
miracle,
saw that
they all
spiritual
flock
power
Yeah,
at
got
bro,
wet.
it says his fame grew, bro. You know he had women coming at him, bro.
But what did he do? He dwelled around just his apostles, you know? And so that's a major thing brothers can't get on. They say all points, man. You got to meditate on that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all think the
Just one
women
more
that
verse.
you think the women that want to get Howard shot at? Yeah, they want to
Trying to
get
throw it at
to
him.
what?
That's why he disappeared on that.
He's like,
"Nah,
damn.
nigga, fuck y'all."
You know, in the back of his mind, he was mad. He like, man, shit, fuck, it would be nice, wouldn't it? But he had to tap in, like, yeah, I've been there, done that. Like, oh,
Yeah.
like y'all hoes was my wives when I was Solomon. I ain't missing shit.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Like, nigga.
Hey, just one more verse. This Hebrews 6:14 again. Seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Yahweh Shai, the Son of the Most High, let us hold fast our profession. For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. See, so Yahweh Shai, he can relate, man. All
Can you
right?
read that again?
Yeah. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 15. For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need.
So Yahweh Shai know, bro. He knows. He understands,
knows.
man. He like, I know what y'all going through. He said, I've been through it all. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. I'm the one that created it. I did it. I know what you're going through, bro.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't trust me. We know. It says boldly to the throne of grace. So, man, you know, your prayers, man, come to the Lord. Like, look, you promised. You said this. You got to hold the Lord accountable. He said that. Like, look, bro, you promised. Not bro, Salakia, but like Heavenly Father, you know, of course, humility is always the case. And you say, look, man, you promised this would be the case if I remain faithful. So how you going to move on it? And the Lord's like, you know, I did say that. I got you. I got you.
constantly written, the Lord remembered. I remembered. He said, "He remember your iniquity no more," or He remembered to come redeem us, man.
Yeah.
The Lord remembers. That's like the men of the Lord reminding the Lord, like, hey, remember them covenants we talked about, you know?
You say you gonna bring Esau down. Give me speed up.
Say that.
John the Baptist got in that spirit. You the Lord, like, where you said the kingdom was good. Where the kingdom at?
Yeah, you know you can't tell Jake nothing.
You saw the Lord, you doing miracles, like, oh, we up. You know, you was excited. Oh, we about to fuck these Romans up. But, hey,
You the one, ain't you?
hey, but
Done. Y'all good? Got anything else? You got something?
nah.
Okay. Well, with that, we're gonna close out. Give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of the great millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's will, you were edified. To the next lesson. Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba Ba.
Baba Ba.
Shalom.
Shalom.